Welcome everyone to DS6, where I, Archie, and bring together several friends from across the internet to play on a D&D show.
He is trying to test how well my headphones work before it starts going peh!
I don't know why it went that way. I genuinely don't.
I'm awake, I promise.
I don't know why my voice did that. Alrighty, before we get on into today's session, I have a really good, awesome announcement. Two. The first off, over on our Patreon, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, especially for those who are going to be watching this, I am finally able to release Alois Azure's archive to the Races of Erzheimel will be dropping over on the Patreon. 8 brand new races will be coming straight out of Erzheimel and into your hands. We have the races such as like the Archon, a magically inclined race that derives from both Fae and Celestial. We have the Canedids, dog people.
Not werewolves.
Dog people. We also have the Nephilims, which have been completely revamped. We also have the Lumerians as well. I'm super looking forward to seeing how you guys might play with that. But yes, with all the brand new races coming out relatively soon, right now it's just really who is going to be on the cover art. But we will see as soon as time allows. Also, I just realized the main 2 lights on each side is not on.
Uh-oh. Do you want to fix that before we get too far in this?
Yeah, there we go.
Yay! Professionalism!
I just, went up a couple of shades. Totally forgot about my lighting situation in my room. It sucked. But it was working just fine with the one.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are interested in checking out any of our homebrew stuff that we are slowly going to be compiling into a source book, hopefully next year, or by the end of this year, towards next year. It is currently available for our $10 patrons over on our Patreon. And hopefully you guys might play with it. Tell me if anything is too broken, if anything is too underpowered. Just let me know. It would really help.
What do you mean? It's perfect. We've got dog people.
Yeah.
We've got good boys and girls.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
People, if you will.
Yeah, people, if you will. I'm super looking forward to bringing in Canedid NPCs. I've been trying to figure them out for over a couple of months now. But I'm super glad that I finally finished it. I know I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, it's going to come out. I just needed time. And that being that, I have released a update video talking about what will be the future of D6. If you guys haven't watched it, please do. To those of you who have watched it and are watching this episode after the film said update, I really do appreciate that. It was just a really chill video to just sit down and have a conversation with you guys about. Okay. And our last update. We are doing our visual overhaul very, very soon. It's in fact going to be after this episode. So you will be seeing all the wonderful players down here. We'll be doing a complete overhaul of their updated looks for the rest of the campaign. And also, we are going to be updating our thumbnails. So if you see that there is a lack of familiarity with our thumbnail format, then that way you guys know a little bit ahead of time. So that's why we do these announcements at the upfront. All right. Okay. How we all feeling?
Pretty Gucci.
Pretty Gucci?
Yeah, I'd say Gucci.
Okay. let's go ahead on into today's game of E6.
Woohoo.
There you go. Alright. So, where we had last left off. As the Astral Corsairs made their way to the Adamantine Bastion, saving Cotton, as well as gaining a little bit more information, and then also subsequently gaining the Umbris Regalia fragment of Primeval for Holly. After which, party descended down into Excelsium, spent a bit of time with the Azer family once again, Murad running into his brother, and also a parting meeting with the Pirate Lord Arthur von Droog in hopes to explain his plans, as well as glean whatever else he could. And also, all of you guys learning some important pieces of information from him. After that tense scenario, you all sail out back into the Bardaean Sea and start heading southward in order to make your way to the to Yimnin. However, you all coming across a Aurarian military ship on fire and destroyed, finding a passed out Rudius Thatch. After which, a night passes, and Winry and Rudy deciding to quite literally kiss and make up.
Hey, it worked.
After which, all of you gained an ally for the ship, and thus you make your way to Yimnin. You spend the next couple of weeks doing so. Go ahead and let you guys discuss among yourselves, figuring things out.
I'd imagine Cotton's probably up on deck, having the her gun dismantled and cleaned and putting back together again now that she's also got new bullets. At least enjoying the sun while it lasts.
Holly is probably standing right at the edge of the ship, looking out towards Yimnin and wondering how this visit home is going to be.
We're gonna see Mark!
I hope so.
We love Mark.
He might be out on a mission or working or something. Nothing is ever a guarantee.
I don't know. He might actually just know you're on your way somehow. Friends do that.
That's true.
He hasn't seen me human,
You could give him
though.
a sending. Let him know that we're on our way.
Are we gonna go to my home village, or are we
You're
gonna go straight towards what we're going for?
I guess that's up to you.
To kind of give you a better idea, the Forest of Spiritsu is kind of in this southern, southwestern area of Yimnin, and that's where you guys had made port in Boba. You guys are coming from the north. It could be entirely up to you if you want to spend the next couple of days sailing downwards to the south end. But you could end up landing straight into the capital if you also so desire to save time.
True. So Cotton would just kind of pause, look at Roloy, going, Mark hasn't seen me human nor you young, though.
This is going to be very funny.
Yep.
And he's going to get to meet Rudy.
After, or we could do it before.
Yeah.
I don't know. We also have to get stuff for Roloy. I don't want to take up too much time.
Given
We've
how
done
things... Sorry.
We've done my thing a lot lately.
Yeah, and to be fair, considering how tense things seem to be getting, visiting people you care about is important.
I, for one, am happy to partake in the noodles once more.
Yeah.
Oh, those noodles.
Yes.
A look goes over Holly's face of pure need.
I haven't slurped a good nude in a while.
Yeah. What?
You sure about that?
What?
I'm pretty sure you've had plenty of nude.
Merritt rubs his temple and is just like, I'm gonna just ignore
Rudy's
that.
like,
That's what you're
is-
talking about.
Like,
All right,
wait,
so
what?
last time we were here, we had some excellent noodles.
He looks at
fabulous,
Rudy.
but
Yes, I call them nudes. But the joke was that I slept with someone recently.
Yeah.
Merritt
Yep.
already walked
Oh, well.
away. He's like, I'm not gonna listen to this. Nope.
I mean, well, good for you.
Hell yeah, it was. High five.
He raises up
He
his
has
hand
no
like
idea.
hesitantly.
Yes. No.
Cotton's just finishing putting her gun away. You just hear that click as it goes back together. And she just picks up the blasting rounds and is like, hey, Winry, you're not the only one with fireball anymore.
hell yeah!
In a bullet.
She never was.
I know. It's a joke for Win.
Wow, you forgot about the wizard again.
What do you mean again?
It's okay. I'm still just the wizard.
No, that's all Murad, not
I'm
me.
still just wizard.
I've never called you the wizard or just wizard. That was my husband.
Merritt's not even there to defend himself. He walked away. When they start talking about when Rolly
funny.
starts talking about sleeping with his mom.
Sleeves.
I mean, we're being polite, not telling Rudy who exactly it was.
Don't
For
know
now.
how long that will
For
last,
now.
but
Right, for now.
The word gets out. Nothing I can do about that.
It is true.
About who?
Wait a minute. Nothing. Hold on. Since Murad isn't
The
here,
person I had sex with.
I'm
Who
going
did
to
you
leave
have
that.
sex with?
I'm going to leave that up to Rolloy.
he just got here. I think we should wait a little bit.
Rolling a wisdom saving throw.
see how spicy you want to be today.
Just a thorough reminder, like I'm an adult. I can.
We know you're an adult. It's
We know
just
you're an adult.
Listen,
Like,
there's more families.
I'm not unfamiliar with, the classical military talk of, oh, I banged my girlfriend, or, oh, I had sex with my wife recently. Well, I'm not unfamiliar with that kind of talk.
it's a bit more complicated than that, actually.
The other three are trying not to laugh.
Let's just say... Let's just drop this for now.
I can just picture Rolloy just like he has a finger up, he's ready to say it, and then his brain catches up, just like, hold on.
Wait,
All right, I mean, have it your ways.
did,
Cooler heads.
Keep me out of
Trust
the loop.
me. Trust me,
Don't
it's
worry.
better for everyone.
I have a question for you three.
You should be used to that by now.
I have a question for you three. Since I was away for a few months, well, you were. Have we checked in on that thing we were supposed to be doing about the contract and Hepsel?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh. That's back in Orikani.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
I hope so.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Thunder. That happens a lot.
All right.
Don't worry, that happens a lot around here.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. I mean, we're still talking cryptic enough. If he ever heard, he wouldn't really know what it is that we're doing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. Well, anyways, we're still gonna go get that marker, so that's
Yes.
that's right now in the forefront.
Yes.
That reminds me.
Should we visit? But the question was, should we visit Holly's place before or after?
I mean, we mentioned noodles, and her face kind of glazed over, so...
Hey, I am a simple person.
Listen, we are all very simple humans. Delicious food gets us all.
I'm
the
only.
Sorry.
I think the only humans here are me and Holly, though.
Listen, I slipped up when I spoke. Shut up.
I don't think I'm human.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
I'm not even entirely humanoid.
I'm the only human. Got it.
I
thought I was human.
You're considered a fae.
Listen, I slipped up when I spoke. Can we just move on?
No. This
Person
not.
does not work on me.
Wenry, you know at this point nothing gets let go on the ship.
I'm not talking as Wenry. I'm talking as me.
I still stand by what I said. It's still true. Listen, healing damage is still a thing to this day because I screwed up on like episode 4.
Size and mortal.
I mean, we've been ragging on the captain for like weeks at this point.
That is true.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Merit has just accepted it because it's just like, I'm used to having siblings just talk shit about me anyway, so it's like, it doesn't get under my skin anymore.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, have we figured out how we're gonna go talk to the was it Empress right now?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
a good question.
Because I would like to not have to fight an undead wraith that's probably stronger than what we just fought.
Well, I mean, at this point, what does it matter?
How are we going to make a point? You know what I mean?
The intent is that the ship that I was on was carrying a lot of heavy ordnance, and they were intended for something. It was a trade, considering that we were supposed to help supply the southern end of Yimnin.
So, because it's still a constant issue with that specific pirate lord, if we convey, hey, if you give us the marker, we can handle them and get rid of your problem.
I don't know if they'd be that willing.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
At the very least, if we mention that it'll make our job a lot easier with the marker.
Or at least convince them to give us a task to see if we can convince them that we are trustworthy.
Before we decide to go the pirate route.
Every barter has a price.
That might be entirely up to the Empress, but it is her duty in order to try and protect the country, so I'm hoping for cooler heads to prevail.
Yeah. I mean,
hoping for sense in bureaucracy is a little... We should have a backup plan.
I'm pretty sure Cotton, having been with her father on a few things, she's like, yeah.
But yeah, on an official matter, they were supposed to be weapons supplying the southern end of Yimnin. The original intent, as far as I knew, was there were supposed to be a defense against Wallenstein, especially their assault, considering that they are technically one of the closer neighbors, with the exception of Alanon.
Understood.
Of course, you are all very familiar with what's going on between the Kayan border and as well as the fortress.
Yeah.
Still sorry about that.
No, you guys are great. Like, you helped out. It's just bureaucracy.
It is. Yeah. It is what it is.
So, as far as things go, I'm not exactly sure how well the Empress will be receiving the news of not having any of the weapons that she ordered, so...
But you can still play the sympathy card that we rescued you from the wreckage, just barely.
That's very true. I suppose it is entirely based off of her own perception of how we might be able to help. She doesn't really depend on adventurers.
No, but if we have the marker, we can and will deal with the pirate lord that's been giving them the headache of a lifetime.
It's convincing her that we are to our word and not just pirates ourselves going to run away with it, basically.
Yes, according to anybody else outside the ship, we're merchants, Rudy. Wink.
Right. Keep that in mind.
Merchant adventurers.
Which isn't technically a lie. We haven't really done anything that says pirate, really.
Well,
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
I said not really. I didn't say at all.
Well, I don't know. You remember the time that we fired the cannon on my island? That was pretty fun.
That is true.
We did shoot at Valenstein.
How did she tank that?
I don't know, but somehow somehow these guys, they landed a cannonball shot on this general, and somehow she stayed standing.
It was crazy.
Well, she went flying, and then she got back up.
Wait, do you know the name of the general? Or
fuck, what was her name?
Hold on.
It was Admiral something.
Murad pulls out the sword that he took from her. It's like, what was her name? Just trying to recall his memory.
Listen, she had that squall sword, and all you need to know, Rudy, is she imprisoned my people, and we stopped that from happening.
With a cannonball to the face.
Was it a Wallenstein admiral? Just to make sure that I'm remembering that right, yeah. Yes, it was a Wallenstein admiral.
God, I forgot her name, and I'm looking through the notes.
Oh my goodness, it is so far back in the past.
It is so far back, Aaron. You gotta help us out, man.
I can't help. I gotta keep up with the current notes.
Oh no, she was asking Aaron to help.
Yep.
Averine Leoven.
Yeah, so basically Leoven. Yeah, actually I have her armor on right now, and it's like under the clothing she has. I took it from her after we kicked her ass.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a big mess. And
Wallenstein was illegally taking an island that wasn't theirs, that's not on the map, that belongs to Wenry's people.
Yep.
So we decided to summon a giant creature that was sleeping in the island. It was the island, and caused all kinds of chaos, fought her, kicked her ass, and, they no longer have that problem.
Of course, if I remember right, we did that assault so fast they couldn't really tell who it was.
That's the whole point. Catching them by surprise is great.
Oh, they didn't know it was us. That was funny.
Though the dragon roar the night before was really good to spook them all.
I would like to insight check how Rudy's handling this news.
So what's your passive insight? He's not really hiding it, but you can see he is deep in thought about the death of a admiral, especially considering that Wallenstein really prioritizes power. And if Averine was on the low end of the admirals from Wallenstein, you can imagine those on the high end might be a bit more tougher to deal with.
Also melting this stone of some sort to create some weird magical thing, remember?
Oh yeah, that was, and Mirad did point out what it was because of his background, not his background, but his
blacksmithing
training, his blacksmithing.
Yeah. You still have the stone, you kept it.
Thought I gave it to somebody. Hold on, gonna double check my inventory.
Did you?
Do you still have any orichalcum on you?
Let's see. Did I even write it in here? Inventory.
If it helps, I don't recall you using it.
Rudy is the fucking source of what has happened in the past 30 episodes.
What's in my pockets?
Time to go back and double check on certain things.
The new game show, What's in My Pocket?
What's in my pocket? And Marad's like, oh yeah, it's in the office. One second.
And then there's me looking at my inventory. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Merritt comes back with it.
I have 8 spears in my freaking.
Should probably sell those.
I have 8 spears in my bag of holding. I gotta get rid of those.
Yeah. So you're handing him the little orichalcum?
Yep, that's what they were trying to mine from the island.
As he kind of just takes the orichalcum and kind of raises it up to the sunlight. That is some very high purity.
Yeah, and considering, finding out about the summon attack, yeah, they're up to a lot of bullshit.
We have had a long history with Wallenstein being quite an aggressor. And I don't think that they're intending to stop that anytime soon. However, the fact that they sent an admiral to start looking for Orichalcum is what concerns me.
Yep.
To kind of put this in a not so light way, Orichalcum is destructive in its rawest form. Once it's melted down and refined, it turns into what is pretty much material that could be flexed into anything, especially with magic. You can imbue anything into that kind of metal. It's probably not as close as what one would consider for, say, like Mithril, which is known for its high durability and its lightness. Orichalcum, if you knew how to manage it right, some artificers might be able to produce not just only weapons, armor, but also items that can very well change how the world works.
Everyone slowly looks at Cotton, the only artificer in the team.
And what's worse is that if a nation like Wallenstein, especially Greater Wallenstein, is looking, and there was a huge deposit on your island, Winry, I don't think that they would easily want to walk away from that.
We may have to go back and check on them. However, there is a giant creature on that island protecting it now.
Yes.
Yes.
So for your convenience, Rudy, it's about the size of a mountain.
It is the mountain.
It is the mountain.
Okay,
And-
so I think it should be okay for at least now.
Yeah,
For a little while, at the very least.
and we weren't flying any kind of colors of any other, country at the time, or even as a pirate, so as far as I know, we were a bunch of meddlers, and a giant creature exploded from the island. That's it.
Well, keep in mind is that this is a very unique ship, not seen anywhere else. You guys
right.
might have gained
Yeah.
some level of notoriety.
I mean,
you might be
that's
able to
kinda-
make that. You might be able to use that to your advantage.
Oh, we're hoping.
Well, definitely. A ship made of night coming out of the darkness and obliterating a whole... Well, not obliterating. Surprising a whole naval... I'm sorry, Rudy, I don't know the exact word.
Fleet?
A whole...
Fleet.
Yes, I suppose that's right. Surprising a whole fleet, taking out their admiral and scaring them off an island with the assistance of a giant creature that just so happened to come alive after we showed up.
We've been doing stuff.
We've been busy.
I mean, obviously. Well then, all things considered then, I think we'll be staying within the Viserian Sea for quite a while.
Yeah. We will need to stock up once we get to Yimnin before we leave.
Stock up on what?
Whatever
Well-
provisions we may need, since we're going to be out here for a while. Once we have to leave Yimnin, we're going to have to do that again.
Well, if we
Yes.
do stop by my village, I can see if the temple can spare any supplies.
Okay. They seem to like us, so I think that might help.
Question
God,
is,
I hope so.
It's a
well,
joke.
do you also want to show off your armor to anybody?
Oh, yeah. Mark is going to be over the moon with you.
And not just Mark, I think everybody's going to be enamored with that outfit.
Oh, I'm sure.
After the High Priestess bowed to me at the Adamantine Bastion, I've just not been feeling great about that. I don't know.
Maybe
Well,
we
that's
could
it.
do that after
Really?
we get the medallion.
I'm not one
For
for
attention.
fanfare.
Mm.
But that's okay. I have to get used to it, I think.
I mean, do you want us to do a disguise spell for you, just in case, to hide the
No.
armor?
It's okay.
If you want a dramatic reveal, we could just throw a cloak over you and then you can just reveal it when you get there.
I think we'll just let the path take its course.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Completely up to you.
Alright, well then, I'll go ahead and start charting the course.
Sounds good.
And you see as he immediately makes his way over to a general world map and kind of just planning things out. As the day
Murad.
comes to an end.
Murad
Yes.
does try to move things around so the maps aren't just in his captain's quarters. It's actually like in a communal place for both of them to look at now.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. As the night comes, Cotton,
Yes.
a shift in the air becomes quite noticeable to you. As the sun falls and the moon beginning to rise, you hear a faint warble sound on the deck of the ship. Before you look to see as kind of like this tall blue door appears. As you hear the faint click of the latch.
Her hand's on her weapon just in case.
And stepping out, and as all of you see this tall blue devil,
Okay, let's just have some.
Phew.
and you could also see a Rudy kind of like, who is that?
I'll explain to you after.
Okay. Just whatever you do, don't make any deals with them.
Right. And you see as this figure, as he goes to kind of survey, and then he points to you, Cotton.
Yeah, she'll approach. Good evening, I think, now, yeah?
Good evening. I have unfortunate news for you.
Oh, don't tell me.
The contract is unfortunately null and void.
I figured.
Well, not by any of your mistake. I didn't really give you a timeline. I simply said kill the Gristro, not exactly, kill it within a week.
No, I know, and I'm glad you didn't. We had issues with Feywild stuff, and I got stuck on the Luxon for 3 months.
Oh, well.
You know. Small hiccup.
Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
Either which way, you are free from the contract, and I have nothing else that I can immediately offer.
You won't decipher the contract?
I don't have a Gristro head.
But that wasn't our fault. You did just say that.
I understand
Well, yeah,
it does
but
not.
technically no.
It might not be fundamentally your fault, Miss Asher, but rules are rules. You didn't get the head, I can't help you.
Anybody who knows who's gotten to this point, you could feel her heart just completely sink on that one.
Unless, per
Unless...
se, you get me the head that took the head.
Do you know who or what that was?
I do, but such things are pertinent information that I will not be handing out freely today. Unless you offer me something.
I don't really think we have anything right now. Except information I'm not sure I'm supposed to be telling you.
You see, as you say that, the smile creeps across the face. Is that so?
May I confer with my team first?
Very well, Doctor.
Not trying to waste your time, I promise. She'll just kind of walk over to the group, be like, so, we clearly did not do the thing that we were supposed to do. I don't really have anything else to offer him except what happened out in the tundra.
Well, to be honest, we kind of got pulled.
No, I know, and he's not blaming
ways,
us.
so.
He's not blaming us. However, he does need a deal, and it's not for free.
So
However,
you want to offer him information?
Wasn't I literally just told not to make a deal with this man?
I am, not you.
Don't worry, you're all right, Rudy.
I have the shield of my last name. Anyway.
Sorry, Rudy, this is different.
Yeah. I'll explain later. Just trust me on this one, okay? What do you guys think? Keeping in mind you know who he is.
Do you know which side he would take if given that information?
I don't know.
Yeah, I worry about that.
He is an archdevil, so...
If my guess is right, he'd just use it for himself to benefit whatever gives him the best offer.
I'm not going to tell him the location of where that was.
Do you guys think it would be worth at least telling him that there is something really big and dangerous out there?
No, because if he knows it's out there, they're going to go out there. I can guarantee you I don't think he'd have any issues going out there if he knew. Remember, that is not a tiefling standing before you.
As you say that and you look back, you could see the long, wide smile and sharp teeth.
That probably used to scare Cotton when she was younger, but now she's just like, yeah, he do that.
Just this kind of almost awkward, like Wednesday Addams kind of smile. Just very creepy.
So let me get this straight. You're giving him information on a person we would have to kill for him then to help us. So this is like 4 separate things.
Yeah, that's how he works. However, the other option is that we did do good by Beltania, so we may actually have favor with her to get around things. Well, you guys did good. I was somewhere else. Should I just let it go?
I'm imagining Mirad's not part of this conversation, so he can't put in his 2 cents, right? Because this is about your secret little...
She's not mentioning exactly what it is that they're trying to get done as, like, the goal of the contract, so then they know to not mention what it is. Just the other parts of it.
I just want to make sure before I pipe in or anything.
So, do you think I should just let this one go?
I'm not sure. Only because even if we have favor, I think me and Beltania feel very similarly when it comes to contracts.
You, Cotton, are the person with the most on the line. I trust your intuition.
Mirad also is.
Considering
you have the cards, I can't really tell you how to deal.
The more I think about it, it sounds like essentially going to be a soul for a soul. I'm really not liking this exchange.
Maybe there's another way we haven't found yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Any way that we can get back in contact with him if
Yeah, there are ways, but I wouldn't do that. I'd have to go through my dad. For safe reasons. Okay. And she'll just kind of... Any other thoughts before I tell him no?
Roloy, when you?
The devil stuff is just entirely foreign to me.
It's probably better that it stays foreign. Okay. And
yeah, I
the
agree.
fuck's that supposed to mean?
It's dangerous. That's what that means.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm with Roloy on this. I'd rather not be involved if I don't have to.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. And she's gonna return over to Hepsel and just... I appreciate all your help. And I'm sorry things didn't work out the way they should have. But I think we're going to find another path. The word of caution I'll give you is that things are probably about to get very dangerous in the future of this star. It affects everybody.
See as the smile leans into a much more serious face. Everybody.
Yeah. I imagine you would like the star to continue. So.
I find it entertaining, to say the least.
That's what I was assuming. I know you live forever, so.
Things you know that could change the very tides of things.
Yeah.
But I suppose...
I'm just trying to be careful.
I don't know why you would.
I know you're still what you are. I have to be careful around you.
Careful is for those who prefer to take the coward's way out.
I'm just being calculative, not cowardly.
Very well. May I offer you a piece of advice, then?
Sure.
Whilst there is no contract on that head, it is truly a waste that you didn't take it. Because I am sure they're coming for yours next.
Mine?
That is all I can offer. And as you see as he turns towards the door, best of luck.
You too.
And you see as he opens the door and enters in this blackened void before the door closes.
Cool. Someone's out to kill me specifically.
That dude's weird.
Well, think about it this way: if they come after us and all that, he may come back.
Rudy,
I will turn them around and spank them.
There you go.
Rudy, just to clarify a few things, and this doesn't leave the ship. If you ever see that man, do not make any deals with him. He is an archdevil. Right. The only reason he is polite with me is that I can hide behind my father, who is Alois Azure. Okay? You don't know that.
I know it now.
Yes, but beyond the ship, you don't.
Okay.
You probably might see him, so I figured I'd get that out of the way now.
Yeah, there's a lot to catch you up on. I'm sorry. There's a lot.
Yeah, no, you want to know what? I'm focused. I am ready for literally
So sorry.
anything.
I'm so sorry.
You say that, but it looks like you're
You
about to
put that
faint.
energy out into the universe, it will come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Nothing's ever
okay.
normal around here.
Think of it this way, Rudy. You have our backing.
if you
Yes, we will help you as well.
so I guess at least we have another word of warning that another person's after my head. So
They need to get
Cool.
in line.
yeah, I know.
Right.
You're amongst safe people, and if you're our ally, you're not going to have to worry about my dad.
You want to know what? I think I'll ask a little bit more about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
But,
we can ask it over dinner.
Yes. I'm hungry. Are you guys hungry? I'm very hungry.
Yep.
I'm
always
famished.
All right, I'm gonna make something then.
And as the night comes to a close, another few days of sailing as you all make your way into Yimnin. As all of you enter within the port of Yuakon, you enter within the capital of Yimnin.
Oh, so we did go straight there.
E.
Did you guys want to go to Bulba?
Barbara.
Wait,
Well, I'm
did I get
imagining.
mixed up?
I'm
I
imagining
think we
we're
said
probably
we were
going to make
do
a.
it after.
Okay,
Yeah, I think we're going to make a stop there afterwards.
gotcha.
Okay.
Just wanted to be sure I heard you guys right.
Oh.
You know, Holly, with that new regalia, that might give you a little bit of power here.
Maybe. Yimnin's a little different.
True.
We'll
but-
see what pole I'm able to use.
Yeah.
If I can, I'll use it.
That and
Alright.
Rudy's swanky attire.
Yeah, you can see like the coat, the belt, the everything, and the last piece that he kind of just keeps under the jacket as he pulls out, as he swaps between what are like his usual traveling spectacles to something a little bit more official.
Ooh.
And
Fancy.
yeah, as places it back into the jacket. Okay. Well then, the first report was hopefully to release the upper guard. So let's go ahead and make our way there.
Yep.
Garrett nods.
As he kind of leads the pack, and you see the large, busy streets, the kind of like the low end buildings before they reach higher and higher. They're very classically built in a very Eastern-looking architecture. After about an hour of travel onto the streets, you see finally what is this massive palace that kind of sits at, I don't think, the apex of the height within this area. As you make it through the guards, of course, with Rudy and a few kind of notable officiants, you find yourselves slowly walking into this large hall, and inside you see what looks like a kind of like flat, then a set of stairs that kind of lead up to. So it's like stairs, flat,
Oh,
and then up to the throne.
tiers.
Yeah, tiers. Sorry.
It plateaus at several spots.
Sitting
Or
at the
steps, S-T-E-P-P-E-S.
Steppy.
steps.
Steppies.
At the top, you see kind of surrounded left and right by several individuals of official-looking attire. Before you see what looks like to be this large, almost golden dragon born individual. What looks like to be these long-ish horns that are not familiar with most dragonborns. As he looks down and it's like,
lady. I believe military is here, and does not look like all of them. As he moves aside, you all see a... Let's see. What looks to be kind of this high elven individual. However, their skin color kind of gives way to a different kind of breed. Their hair is a little bit longer and has a kind of like almost icy blue color leaning into white. You can see that the eyes are kind of like the specks of winter. And the face is very beautiful for reaching up to those tall, pointed ears. As Rudius takes note to Empress, you see as he immediately drops to a knee and lowers his head.
We'll follow suit, I guess, because I didn't recognize anybody.
Yep. Better to follow suit.
Yeah.
Read.
Also, give Rudy that look of the entourage follows him.
Yeah. Rise!
Stands up.
Yep.
We were not informed of a military ship entering my port. Do you care to explain yourself? Rudius Thatch, Sergeant. I was told that there would be weapons. An unfortunate altercation with pirates had led to the taking of the ordnance. And you see as she immediately stands up and there is an anger to her face, as almost as if the entire floor begins to kind of ice over a bit. And you see as the Dragonborn kind of backs away, kind of like looking down. How many failures will Aurario provide me before I begin to lose my patience?
Your Highness, if I may.
I did not speak to you. Where is your captain? Unfortunately dead, along with the rest of my crew. It is thanks to these individuals here who had saved me in the wreckage. People who I've already trusted throughout the year. See as she kind of comes down some of the steps. So, Aurario has provided me no weapons, no defense. Vale has failed to uphold their end of the bargain. Our allies in the north have done nothing to protect Vicerency. At what point should my patience continue to extend and you see as he kind of like centers himself a bit before looking up. I know who took the weapons. And in fact, there's full intent to try and stop that person again, and their ilk. And who might this person be? Well, these people would know them better. And he looks towards you, Holly.
Holly will look up and say, "The Pirate Lord, Lady Genoa, she has plagued Yimnin."
You see as the eyes squint, and a good chunk of the steppe has now completely frosted over.
It's probably not good for the grout.
You are quite familiar. Do I know you?
I don't believe you and I have ever met in person.
And yet I can tell that you are from Yimnin.
I am.
How long has Genoa She evaded you?
I have not been hunting her long. I've just recently set on the path. Probably, a year we've been sailing together at this point? How long?
Half a year.
Half a year? Okay. About a half a year.
To be fair, we're hunting all the pirate lords.
We are. We seek to end her reign of terror across this country as one of your own citizens. I beg you to allow us to help. I want to strengthen us, and the only way to do that is to remove the vermin that haunts our shores.
See as she squints at you. Make a persuasion check.
Sure.
Guidance as well, right?
Yeah, because this is not going to be great.
Just Cotton slowly reaches out and touches your ankle. Guidance.
Okay, so 15 plus a D4, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 17 total.
Okay.
Yeah, bad.
Rollo is ready for that. Try that again.
Gonna crow shift.
The pirate lords have always remained an issue within the Byzantine Sea. However, Genoa being the worst of them all. She used to be an admiral for us. Used to. It was before my family took over the empire. But she was a power-hungry woman. Goliath. Her strength was always her best asset. When she fought through the Lumerian Wars, she initially wanted something befitting of her efforts. However, the last emperor was unkind. Instead of giving her what she should have deserved at the moment, gave her something completely else, which was, as one could imagine, to be quite the insult after years of service, and thus creating a lifelong enemy of this nation. To assist you, and for you to assist me, would be once again providing my ability to put trust in people I barely know. However, seeing as how the military of other greater nations seemingly will not do. Mayhaps I am marginally convinced that all of you might do something for me to solve this vermin. After which I'd be willing to do anything to help all of you.
If it helps to ease your mind, I am your own countryman. I have skin in this game. It's not the same as trusting outsiders.
It is the same as trusting strangers. Two very different things, I understand.
We're willing to put our best foot forward in service of you.
I think Roy will just whisper into the sending ring. Also, we've fought pirate lords before. Mention that.
Also, she has the marker that can summon her.
We have taken on other pirate lords, and they have nearly been defeated by us, if not for the fact that he ran with his tail between his legs.
Viscal.
Mira mumbles between his breath.
I almost
Give
like
us, like a bitch. Give us the opportunity to show the world that Yimnin has taken out the first of many pirate lords. We are hoping that you would share with us the medallion that summons Lady Jinoshi.
You see, as she takes another step down, you know of the markers.
As I said, we have been hunting pirate lords.
The markers of the pirate lords are our greatest asset to prevent them from attacking us directly. They've taken shots, yes. The only reason why Genoa would never set foot on this land is because she knows she could be killed. To ask for a marker is to make Yimnin defenseless. Not just only from Genoa, from all of them. That is a heavy gambit.
Is Yimnin not defenseless without being able to accept shipments from its allies? Is Yimnin not defenseless now as its people wait for supplies? Will you wait for us to starve, or should we cut off the head of the snake while we have a chance?
I risk losing the entirety of the southern land if I continue to wait.
That is my home. I come from the temple of the Matron of the Ravens in the south. If my people are to starve, then I will put my life on the line. And my allies, my friends, here beside me, have fought just as hard to put down the other pirate lords as I have fought for them. This crew does not play games.
Make another persuasion check.
Okay.
Mira try to look his best.
With advantage.
With the guy.
You've managed to direct the conversation very well.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
Starting with a 17. Okay.
And then add the D4.
Rolls, and then add the D4. Okay, 18 total.
See, as she kind of thinks for a moment.
Ryuji's just in the background giving like the hiccup thumbs up.
Probably sweating.
I know exactly what to do with skills like yours. Well, if you are as strong as you claim to be, then there is a matter that needs to be handled, and not a small one.
Oh?
A few years ago, a group of Dragonborns had recently tried to claim land in the west near the icy seas. In doing so, this matter led to the rise of a Leviathan, and not one of the good ones. This Leviathan has caused a great deal of trouble for much of our fishing exploits, and such, food has become more scarce. Our farmlands are destroyed by torrential rains, and this group of Dragonborn have made no efforts to try and delegate with us. You are as strong as you say you are. Define this cult, illuminate their leader, and then slay the Leviathan. Remove one of our greatest threats that is affecting our nation now, and I will hand you the marker.
Holly is going to look back at all of you.
Sounds about fair enough, considering giving up the marker is pretty detriment to the country.
Yeah, Mirad gives like a thumbs up.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
A serious prize calls for a serious task.
I don't blame her for trying to test her mettle.
Our crew is in agreement. We'll meet your test.
Very well. Lord Ryuji, please provide them the location on a map. After which, escort them out of the palace so that way they may begin their adventure.
Holly will bow, like, super deeply, like Dogezai.
Yeah.
And we'll say, thank you for allowing us this opportunity.
Don't thank me yet. Do so when you return alive. And you see as she kind of waves the hand, and then as she ascends the step, you see as all the ice beginning to kind of melt away.
I wonder if they have a wet floor sign handy.
It's gonna do shit for the grout, man.
I don't think she cares about the ground.
And you see as this large dragonborn man, as he descends the steps towards all of you. This way.
Okay.
And leading into this separate room. It looks like to be almost this kind of like temporary wharf room, as there are plenty of maps and notes and information that kind of just is strewn across in this room before making your guys' way to what looks like to be a fresh new Yimnin map. And on it, you can kind of see where multiple different points have been problems for them that they've been trying to fix throughout the past several months.
This looks like a headache.
It is.
Yeah.
Also, the dark ship in port is not an enemy, that is our ship. we were confused for Jinoshi last time.
We kind of figured the Blackwell is a little more familiar, at least to us. Anyways, as he goes and kind of pulls out, points towards the west side of the map, a little closer towards the south, but not exactly near the forested area.
Near the south, not near the forested area?
Right there is where a small cave system has been used by a group of these cultists, and leads back into an alcove that leads out to the sea. That's where they've been summoning their Leviathan. We've also lost quite a number of people as an offering to this thing, so...
Oh,
it would probably
they sound lovely.
I'm not exactly sure what the Empress is intending for timeline-wise, but sooner is probably better.
Yeah, that was kind of implied.
Yeah.
Right.
We plan to get it done as fast as we possibly can.
I hope to see you all come back alive.
I'm sure we will. We've been through worse so far.
We have worse ahead if we can't survive this.
I mean, we survived Viscal just fine.
Yeah. Viscal almost didn't survive us.
I really wish I could have dragged him into the ground. Freaking coward.
Don't worry, I'll get him this time.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna turn him around?
He tries to fly away again, I'll turn him around and spike him.
Once I get the chance to get my RAP rounds again, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Good.
You are all
I don't
We
want
have
to
a
see
lot of
very
grudges
interesting
against this
people.
one.
I don't want to see him walking anymore. Jeez.
We are from all walks of life, and it's all crazy, and we love it.
Ah, we're freaks.
Yep.
Right.
But we're here to help.
Yeah.
I can tell. You guys have a certain air.
You shouldn't
about
say
you.
qua.
What was that? You speak Hollandgrad?
Yeah, it's a Hollandgradian term, right?
I think so.
Yep.
I picked it up while we were there. I heard someone say it and I was like, ooh, I gotta learn that one.
Yes.
I don't even know what it means.
I'm from over there. We were there for a hot minute.
You just randomly used a bunch of words you didn't know what they mean.
Yep.
I
and
love
somehow
that.
used it in the correct context.
Oh, let's go!
Yeah.
Alright, well then. As you see, as he kind of grabs what looks like to be a fresh map of Yimnin, and he passes it over to you guys. Use this while you're out and about. It might be useful.
What is the quickest way that you would suggest, by the way?
Well, if you head directly west, you'll start hitting the hinterlands. And then once you start heading southward, you might be able to reach that cave system probably within maybe 4 or 5 days. I would recommend packing up warm. Aside from you, it looks like you're already warm.
Mira gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, no worries. I've still got my winter clothes up on the ship, so I'm good.
We went up north earlier this year.
Cotton just
We should
muttering
be-
under her breath to like Roy going, the tundra was worse.
I'm gonna try and see about maybe getting some fur lining on this.
I might need to do the same with this anyway.
Seriously, rings of warmth.
You know,
You're
if we
right.
can find them.
We can find them and afford them.
That's true, if we can afford them. That's the key
Yeah,
thing.
but didn't fucking what's his name? I don't even
What?
know. Armor dude.
Arthur?
Yeah.
He took the Chimera form, and the Chimera form can handle the tundra.
But a ring of warmth! They're so
the
common!
You can see that there's a level of confusion in Ryuji's face.
Oh, never mind.
We'll look for rings of warmth, okay? And if that doesn't work out, then we have to think about fur lining.
I'm just upset at how stupid he is sometimes.
He
Who?
wasn't. No one of importance to you.
Ally.
someone who we have a disagreement with.
Several.
But, needless to say, thank you for the map.
Thank you for helping out. Right.
Don't mind me, I'm just barking over here.
Bark, bark.
Well then, that said, let's go ahead and get you guys out of here. And you see as he kind of leads you out into that main front area as you guys descend down beyond the castle. Tell me, have any of you guys been to Vale lately?
We passed through the between Wallenstein and there, but not really in Vale.
No,
Yeah, it's been a while. Why you ask?
Things have been heating up, that's for sure, between the two.
That I am aware of. I've been, I was recently tasked with having to deliver some bad news to the Queen, and I hope that that's not been too negative of an impact.
Ooh.
They
It's
are,
always the worst when you have to go somewhere to deliver bad news.
I'll be going back, though, and so I just wanted to know if things were okay.
I just know that they're sweating because Wallenstein seems to be aggressing, so... Rudy, I believe that's correct still? Unless something else happened.
I mean, the Kayan border's closed, so even if Wallenstein wanted to try and plow through, they would have a bit of trouble. A good number of Valian Guard, a number from Lovondel, from the Rangers, an entire battalion from Dracovania has kind of all been stationed there at the land borders, so if anything, it is pretty well protected. I just don't know if it will last.
Right. Hold on. Since I'm heading back there in a few months anyways, it shouldn't be any trouble.
Or at least we hope not.
Yeah. Well, best of luck. See you guys around. See,
Thank you again.
Waves.
Thank you.
Thank all of you. As he kind of waves away and walks back up to the palace.
It wasn't so bad. Holly, you did great.
Breathe.
That was
Like, rubs her back. Just like,
You
breathe.
see as Rudy
breaths.
kind of just like sitting on the ground. Oh my god.
That was
God.
Holly. That was
When Rex got her
awesome.
hand
That
on his
was
shoulder.
really impressive.
Yeah.
Both of you did excellent in there.
Roy, you did so good not giving quips.
Thank you. I'm glad someone noticed the veins in my forehead.
I'm sorry, I promised we would go fight a cult.
And it's honestly not the worst thing we've dealt with.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's just, I was kind of like expecting like an outright no, given the fact that she was genuinely angry at the fact that, I lost all of her weapons.
No,
You
didn't
did lose
them.
You did.
Maybe
You were part
maybe
of the
she'd
crew.
like to take care of all of her problems herself from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Queenie?
Hey, think about it, Rudy. Maybe if we're able to do this, we can help get you back in good standing.
You might get
Yeah,
a
mend
promotion.
some ties.
Well, I
all
mean,
that.
Well, considering the fact that, I shouldn't have done this, I don't think it's going to really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, well.
you're definitely going to have a good name in Yimnin.
Officially, I shouldn't have done this.
Officially, they left you to die in the middle of the ocean, so I think officially they can fuck off, and if you do something good for Alernon, it would be a check mark in your book.
See what she said.
Agreed. Agreed.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I can't really disagree. Yeah, no.
I mean, it's a good
Thanks,
thing
guys.
for you, and
Yeah.
the people that do know us will also know we helped again, so win-win.
Right.
We are really terrible at this pirate thing.
I know, I mean...
I keep bringing it up, but...
We're too nice. It just happens. I don't know.
I remember, sorry to break from the game reel here. I remember when I sat there and said, alignment is entirely up to you guys in this game. Pirates can sometimes do bad things, but it's entirely up to you what you do.
I mean, we are about to go.
This campaign has proven.
I am chaotic neutral. I go with the flow.
We're about to go.
Is good guys.
We're about to go infiltrate a village of cult leaders, kill their Leviathan, and probably take all the shit that they had, come back for the marker, and then also take out a pirate lord and probably get paid a lot. We're still getting gold at the end, so it still works.
When all this is said and done, I'll try being an asshole for a couple of decades.
I want all the spices.
I mean, you can just...
Mirat's just like, if I was going to be a true pirate, I would go after the spice trade.
I mean, if you really want to just have fun being an asshole, you can just work directly for my dad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't take Rolloy as, like, an asshole who listens to authority. I feel like he's an asshole who makes his own authority.
He smiles.
That is true.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have slept with your mom.
Oh, well, now he knows.
Wait, there are rules against that?
Mom?
Oh, great.
Oh my god!
And you encouraged it, Missy.
I sure did.
High five.
I was in the tundra when this happened.
It was very funny. What was I supposed to do?
I was in the tundra at this time, and I cannot be held accountable for what happened.
No one's holding you accountable. You didn't sleep with his mom.
I hope not.
I really hope not.
Mirat shakes his head.
You want to know what? It's like I said. I have no expectations, so it all cancels out at this point.
You're so
my
fun,
god,
Holly.
Rudy, just
Trying
understand.
to live a little.
With this group, just have fun.
I like it.
Just have fun, because you know things are going to go crazy.
Yeah, it's...
You're
I'm
already
working
going
on
with
it.
us. You're already going with us to go deal with a bunch of cultists and a Leviathan.
It's only going to get worse. It's
Yes.
only
I'm
gonna
sorry.
Get worse.
I haven't told you everything just yet, and there's more.
That's over dinner. We'll leave pieces of those over dinner. Just
Dinner.
trickle it in.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be okay.
Tasty nudes.
Right, noodles. Let's see what we can find here for now.
Noodle.
Oh,
noodle,
Rudy,
noodle.
you're gonna love these noodles. The bowl is bigger than your head.
yeah.
We're not in Holly's neck of the woods, but I'm sure they have something similar here.
I'm sure they have something similar. It might not be the exact same, but I'm sure they have something similar.
Yeah.
As y'all traverse into Yukon, you do happen upon a familiar sight.
Uh-oh.
However, it is uniquely branded in this country.
Is it looters?
It is looters.
Oh boy.
Wow.
They
Really
always
get around,
get big.
Well, at least we're not here to celebrate my birthday.
Big eyes.
Wait. When was your birthday?
Yeah, we were in the Bastion, apparently, during the whole Fae issue they had. We missed Wenry's name day. So we celebrated it on the Bastion.
Just a little late, like a day or two.
It's really no big deal. I mean,
Yes, it
I
was.
I turned 53. How special is that?
We did get
happily
you a big
embarrassed
cake.
her.
You did give me a very big cake, yeah.
With a giant
And it was-
minotaur.
Yeah, it was delivered by, like, the biggest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah. You enjoy that. I like the smaller ones.
I'm really sorry I
Rudy.
missed your name day.
No worries.
It's okay. You were getting blown up at the time.
Yeah, you were doing your own
Mirat
thing.
kind of slapped the name on its head.
Listen, Rudy, if you want to do something, Rudy, then go ahead and do it. I'm not going to stop you. just know that it's okay. I appreciate the birthday wishes.
The energy is picked up, and I'm just piggybacking off of it, okay?
It's
Yes.
still
Don't ever
too
change,
soon.
please.
I couldn't say anything in the Empress's chamber, so I'm just letting it all out.
It's too
Get it
soon.
out of your
the hip.
system.
That one's too soon. Maybe later, but that
You
one
might want to start
specifically was
preparing
too
your clips
soon.
for.
All right, I'll take notes.
Yeah, you might want to start
Everybody's a
preparing your
fucking
clips to be
critic.
for cultists and shit. I didn't say anything. What do you mean, everybody?
Also, it doesn't count as a bad thing if you didn't know.
Exactly.
I feel like, right?
Yeah.
She didn't
like
exactly
that.
tell you when it was anyway.
She didn't tell any of us, and then it slipped. We found
Yep.
out.
And then we got her a big old cake.
Listen, Wenry, I love you, but since you guys all forced it on me, I will absolutely be forcing that shit on you. So
Fine.
Just count yourself lucky that I'm not going to tell Mark he missed your name day.
Oh, you need
Oh,
to.
God.
Oh, you absolutely need to.
Oh no. Oh no,
Do
please.
it. I
Please,
dare
no.
you.
Not Mark. Don't tell Mark.
Loud.
I-
Loud.
I kind of want to meet this Mark individual.
Oh, you do. You absolutely do.
We
Yes,
will.
he's a fabulous guy, but please don't tell him about my birthday.
Oh, we're definitely going
I
to.
will
we'll
respect
see.
that decision.
I will
You
respectfully
will
decline the
respect.
decision.
But these guys.
In
Laser
the meantime,
eyes.
I will be keeping my eye out.
Okay.
Anyways,
gives a thumbs up.
so Yimnin looters?
I guess so. Yimnin looters.
Do they have noodles?
Let's see.
I've
We gotta look at
never
their
been-
menu.
I've never been to the looters in the capital of Yimnin. I didn't know this was a thing.
They're really
maybe it's
spreading out
new?
with the franchises.
I kind of stayed home.
As the door slides open, it is it is a entirely almost like Japanese themed Hooters.
This is
deal.
really weird.
Yeah.
Like very very tight kimonos and like basically for the men is like these working clothes, but like they're also really tight. And
My
the one
goodness,
thing
one wrong breeze and everybody can see everything.
I'm sure
the
they use
one
magic or
crazy-
something.
Would it be tight or would it be more loose that it's barely hanging on? Let's think about this.
no, it's it is very form-fitting uniform, and the one thing that hasn't really fundamentally changed is like the white top and the orange bottom. The orange bottom is still very much short shorts.
This is funny.
Just
I
an
can't
orange
even-
fundoshi that says looters
this
on the
even
back.
real?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Holy shit.
As all of you are seated to a table, a couple of gold pieces from each of your purses, you are all given what is this immaculate bowl of noodles, as well as several plates of appetizers like buns and these snap peas.
Oh my fucking gods.
Oh, jeez. Dig in, Rudy!
Oh.
Just you can already see half of the bun plate is already gone, and he's like,
Huh?
This man
moves the plate over to share.
No,
He
we
has
need a
been
whole
fed.
plate. It's okay.
Halflings, man.
He's a halfling, yeah.
Yeah, he's gotta eat.
They can really pack it away.
Him and Winry, they gotta eat.
Yeah.
Keep your energy up.
It's just like these two people sitting at the edge of the table, and they're just like dark and yet just like shoveling food into their mouths at hyper speed.
At moments lifting up their bowl. More, please!
Another one.
This
Can I
isn't
have a
an infinite, so be careful.
After which you were all provided a small serving of a green tea ice cream.
Yes. So before we leave, we're definitely going to look into those rings of warmth for sure, Aloy, so you don't have an aneurysm.
Hell fucking yeah. I'm just angry that it wasn't thought of previously.
I know. But if it piques your interest, I was able to just walk through the tundra in my chimera form.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good for you. And I'm sure Murad will be fine, but the rest of us...
No, I'm gonna lean towards using the ring, honestly. There's too much to lose if things go wrong if I shift for now.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily certain I have anything to help with temperature.
Yeah. Actually, thinking about rings, she's gonna quickly cast Detect Magic on her wedding ring. She just got a little paranoid thinking about it. I fucking knew it!
Bastard! You bastard!
Rolloy, investigate it.
Her wedding ring that Arthur had this whole time, she's like, wait a minute.
Fuck.
Bitch, man.
Just a moment, hold on. I gotta double check the spell.
You want me to read it to you?
This dude has a crush on you, I swear.
It's not a crush.
It's something.
It's a fascination.
I'm fairly
It's not
certain
healthy.
it's because he can't directly find me because of Verloy.
There is a form of divination magic on the ring.
Holly,
Yeah.
can you help me? He fucking put something on my ring.
I mean, I think I have this spell prepared. Let me see.
I mean, it's been a whole new day. You could have just said you prepared it.
That's true. I do have it prepared anyway.
Okay.
Mirad, grumble.
I knew it. I should have...
Hey, it's all right. You were more excited to have it back than anything else.
I was... Yeah.
So Holly's gonna try and dispel that.
Okay. I think dispel magic. Does it just automatically do it, or because there
Depending
is...
on the level of the spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is like counterspell in that aspect.
It's like counterspell, yes.
Yeah. Accepted.
Probably best
each
you cast that at
spell
high
of
level.
4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. Anything lower than 4th level is automatic. So, what level's the spell?
It is a higher level than 4. It is a 4th level, so you're going to need to roll.
Okay.
So it's DC 14, I think?
Yes.
Guidance?
I
It's an
thought
ability
that would
check,
have
or-
lasted a lot longer, honestly.
It didn't hit until he said rings of warmth, and I went, wait a minute.
It's like, hold on a fucking second.
Ring.
Me as a player had that moment, but I'm like, canonically, yeah, that kind of tracks for Cotton too.
Takes us a moment, but we get there.
20.
Plus guidance,
Nice.
if necessary.
I mean, it's a 20.
24. 2 maximums.
Nice.
Oh, fuck your spell.
You pick up the ring, and as you begin to focus on Dispel Magic and it kind of floats in your hand a bit, you see almost as if, like, wisping off is this kind of ghostly white skull as it begins to disappear.
Points at it. Fuck off!
You bastard.
Yeah,
He
that's
can't-
Leave my wife alone.
Yeah, he can't find
alright.
me. He can't find, and he can't look through Mirad. He tried.
No, that was when we were in the Feywild, I believe, hon.
No, he literally can't look for you because he said something gold blocks his vision.
Yeah, that was when we were up in, like, Windia.
No, just period.
Huh.
Well,
anyway.
Mira shrugs.
I've got something that's a bit stronger than what I did earlier, but it only lasts for 8 hours. And I also need some diamond dust.
That might be expensive.
I think we have diamonds, but I don't know if we want to sacrifice one of them.
It's only about 25 gold worth of diamond dust per cast.
Okay,
You
25,
can't have
that's...
my diamond.
Your diamonds keep us alive, so...
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Mira
Thank
kind
you,
of
Holly. Just put the ring back on.
No
Mira
problem.
kind of kind of taps Cotton's. Is like, hey, could you check the locket? I know I had it for a while, but
sure. And she
I
still
got
has
it
it
from
going. Detect
Arthur
magic goes on
way
for a
back.
minute. Yeah, it goes on for about 10 minutes, so she could check the locket.
All right. You go and check the locket. It has not been affected. There's
Okay.
no magic off of it.
Yeah, locket's clear.
That's good. It hurts my feelings a little bit, but that's good.
Yeah.
Well, think of it this
Polly
way.
starts
Think of it
petting
this way.
Marad's arm.
Think of it this way. You're going to be an element of surprise.
I just don't like
He doesn't
the
find me important enough
An
to keep track of.
elemental of surprise.
Aha!
Ooh.
Yes, I am a fire genasi.
Yeah. That was
That's
the
a
joke.
joke.
Did he not get it?
He got it.
Or did he?
I just feel really stupid. I didn't think about it sooner.
Alright. Well then, that being said,
Food.
after a solid meal and a new day as all of you find yourselves within the open streets of Yimnin once again. Now
So,
with plans
Rings-
ahead, and we'll get to that in a minute. With plans ahead, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we will be right.
Yay!
Time flies. I didn't even notice.
I was kind of keeping an eye on it. All right, see you guys in about 10 minutes.
welcome back, everyone, to D6.
Hi.
Hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Alrighty. Well then, that being said, how about we go ahead and get on into the rest of the session?
Yeah. Let's go knock some heads together. Of course, we're gonna have to spend a few days getting there.
We'll be fine.
Let's get some warm clothes and get on our way, I guess.
Sorry, wrong one.
Suddenly, we're back in a Celsium.
How did that happen?
Some damn good noodles, I guess.
Right.
So good noodle.
Oh.
Just suddenly Jennifer Coolidge.
So, as all of you begin your travels to the west, you find yourselves going through some of the shops, getting some warm clothes, and costing you about a few gold pieces. As a lot of you traveling out to the west, seeing the sights, following the roads, you find that there is a lot about the western end of Yimnin that seems a little desolate, given its altitude and also acting kind of as a natural barrier before it heads straight into the western tundra. You can feel the chill. The first night is relatively simple. As a lot of you end up having to camp out, as there's no immediate town just yet. Go ahead and let you guys talk among yourselves for a minute.
Ugh, I hate the cold so much. And Winry's she's clinging to her arms. She's got her cold weather clothes on, but she still doesn't like the cold.
Just be glad you didn't have to go out in the tundra.
I will forever be glad I never have to go there.
And see kind of like also a little shivery, but like obviously like the outfit, the hood, almost kind of like a half parka kind of deal for Rudy. It's just like,
yeah, let me tell you, it really does not do you any favors on the glasses.
You think it'd be good?
as he looks at you, you can see that they're all fogged up.
Oh.
I'm trying.
so sorry.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I only have a spell to cast fog. I can't defog, sorry.
Prestidigitation. Go!
Yeah, feel free to keep doing that every 5 minutes.
Which kind of
It's
reminds
such a
me.
good spell.
As you say.
Everyone should learn it.
I don't think that's well within my wheelhouse to do so.
It's so easy.
I'm sorry.
What? What's going on?
He's judging me.
Here-
That's what he's doing.
I'm totally confused and lost. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
same here.
Cotton didn't pick up the cantrip, and he's been judging her since.
It's if you need to clean something, if you need to make something dirty, Do you want to make sparkles come off your hands? Do you want to write a message on a wall? Prestidigitation.
I'm getting that now.
But if one of us knows it, then do multiple of us have to know it?
I mean, it's just a useful thing to have for yourself. Like, I'm probably not always going to be there.
Don't say that.
No, I mean, like, physically.
Okay.
Yeah, don't say that.
let's-
We don't invite that energy.
No, I mean, if, like, I'm sleeping or something, you're not just going to come
never
and wake
allowed
me
to.
up. I'm not allowed to sleep?
Nope.
Nope. You have to be in every room that we're in all the time. You're not allowed to sleep. You can't
Okay.
go anywhere.
Well, given
Let me
how
just-
nosy Rolla is, it's not that hard.
Let me just cast
Ooh.
Clone a couple times, and, I mean, it's true. I'm always
You know,
watching.
I still haven't really forgiven you for that Cling Hex thing. I'm gonna hold that over your head.
I thought you said you did.
I said I'm over it right now, but doesn't mean I have
Oh.
forgotten it.
Well,
You can't walk that back.
Yeah.
We're not walking back forgiving things, are we?
Don't try to do it just so you can have something over his head again. That's not gonna go well.
Well, I don't have much else.
I don't regret
You
it.
both live long enough, you will have something else. Don't hold on to
Fine.
it.
Let that one go. I'm sure he'll do something else just to mess with you.
I'll have to try harder next time.
I love the vote of confidence.
Make it make the next one stick.
Oh,
Oh, is he being bad?
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
tell by
boy.
the flop angle.
Oh boy, our guest DM.
Yeah. Please proceed.
I need to bring Frankie and Gino down here. Do that to him.
Baby mode. Yeah. See? Look. Can't even do anything.
Baby mode.
Yeah, baby mode.
Rad just shakes his head.
Alright, well, I suppose I'll set up a tent. It's a little too cold out here to not have one.
We'll go ahead and start working on the fire then.
You know what spell can help light fires?
Druidcraft?
Prestidigitation.
Do you know who
Mirage
else
just
can just
touches
start a
it.
fire?
Mirage just reaches over and touches the wood.
Let's not forget again that he is fire.
Just looks at Roy and fire Genasi.
To be really fair, I also forgot that Murad was a fire genasi at one point.
Mirage just kind of just like the little like ta-da hands with like a very like just plain face.
Alright, you got me on that one. I was going to say create bonfire as well, but...
I mean, I could... Yeah. No, fairy fire only just creates lights, no warmth.
Why do y'all need to
Druidcraft,
use magic? You can go in your life without using magic for 2 seconds.
I do that already. It just helps to
I'm
have
not
it
talking
extra.
about you, honey.
No, you can't exclude me from the group.
but
Yes, I
magic's so
can.
fun.
I'm your husband.
Wow.
I can pick favorites.
Wow.
It's just
My
puts
wife
cotton
is
on
my
his-
favorite wife. There, I
I
picked a
would
favorite.
fucking hope so.
I
Your
would
least
never do
favorite
that
wife.
to you.
Am I your least favorite wife?
Yeah.
I think we're
If
waiting
you're
on an
asking
answer.
me that,
The answer is obviously you're not my wife.
That also makes sense.
Rudy is watching this getting more and more confused.
If you
You
were
already
his wife, you would
see-
already know.
Oh, prepare for
He's
prolonged
already-
exposure.
He's already lit the fire. It's just like...
Oh, well, that also works.
Well, Winry's just giggling to herself, just getting the tent ready to go.
Holly's gonna look around for some logs for them to sit on.
Yeah, I'll go
Just a
help
makeshift
Holly.
campsite.
Yeah.
Might as well make it comfortable.
While also keeping an eye out. 'Cause you don't know who or what's running around out here.
Yeah, what's it like to be his favorite wife? Just like pokes Cotton inside.
I don't know, because part of me would be like, I hope so, because if there's someone else, murder might be back on the table.
The amount of times that man has just yelled, "I love my wife" at anyone who comes near him, I really doubt there's anyone else.
Oh, right, you were telling me about that when he was in the Feywild.
Yeah.
I love my wife.
Oh, and it was Beltania.
He made it very clear that he loves his wife.
Cotton is laughing just thinking about that whole thing, because she really wished she could have witnessed how uncomfortable he was.
Oh man, he was so uncomfortable with someone flirting or anything with him like that. He's like, ew, gross, no. Not my wife, ew, gross. Cooties.
I love him, but sometimes he just says things out loud and doesn't realize what it can also implicate, and it both just baffles me, and it's hilarious.
It's part of the charm.
Absolutely. I married him for a reason.
Alright, you good?
Yeah.
You good?
Oh, shush.
Yeah.
Father, release me.
It just... He can choose to not be here right now.
It is his decision.
Yeah, he's
Speaking of
here.
souls,
Yeah,
Consent.
He's getting
Yeah.
attention from Dad, so he's happy.
he's taking up my entire table.
he's a good boy.
And he would take up more if you let him.
Yeah, he would. Alright. You good? Get the fuck out of here.
Look at that sheet flop.
That look of distress for a moment.
It's been released back into the wild.
Go lay down, bub. Go on. I'm sorry for the fucking few minutes of having to deal with my dog.
Dude, you're
Oh, no.
We're
Dog
enjoying
intermission
this.
is always acceptable.
A pleasure, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, he's chilling on the floor now. Okay. In light of making camp, as a lot of you huddle around this bright fire as it is releasing a small stack of smoke, and the radiance and radiation of it just warms the area. Each one of you taking turns to contribute to the camp in some way.
well, I guess. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
As you finish the tent, you hear a tone in your head.
What kind of tone? Is it a ringtone or a bell tone or?
The ringtone from Jurassic Park 3.
Tone!
You hear, as it goes through your mind, I can sense one here.
Winry's gonna probably make sure that nobody can really overhear her. She's probably sense what? What do you sense?
The Farlands to the south. Grave.
Okay. That still doesn't answer. What are you sensing? There's something involving grave. I got that, but
One of us.
oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I gotcha.
Careful of the ones around you.
Winry will glance around to those she can see, just like, okay, I hope you don't mean the ones in my immediate vicinity, because I trust them very much.
It is less about them going after you. It is about you to them.
Oh. Alright, noted. I will be attentive.
More than just the grave. Feel an eminence.
An
Path you
eminence?
walk. At the end of it, pain. Pain comes for one of you.
Oh boy. I guess we'll all be cautious then. Duly noted.
Feel as the voice pulls away. As your mind becomes clear again.
Winry will probably subtly shake her head, just like, it always feels funny whenever that happens. She's also hoping that nobody really noticed.
Yeah, you were just finishing up tying down the tents.
Alright. Tent's done! Yay! Who wants to do a wind test? Make sure I secured this thing properly.
I can help with that.
Wind.
As you see, as coming over, a little bit of wind escapes from him, as it shows that you have done an excellent job in tying down the tent.
Hooray!
Yeah! At least it'll be warm.
Yep, at least there's that. And by the way, I'm imagining this is a big enough tent for all of us to lay side by side by side.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Albeit with two halflings, you can kind of take one full person slot and just divide that in two for them.
Yeah.
As the night comes to a close, all of you are well fed. As you begin to lay down, and your mind's beginning to rest. Only a few days away. Holly. In the night, your mind drifts. There is a feeling, a sinking feeling. You find yourself dreaming of the beachside. You've often had a vision of personal talks. However, there's nobody here. Aside from the farthest end of the beachside, a figure cloaked in shadow and blurred by the dream itself. Standing tall, can't help but hear the sound of your mother's voice saying your name over and over again, as if trying to beckon to you.
Holly's gonna walk toward it, apprehensively, but she's gonna walk toward it.
As you do, there is this feeling as your feet are being dragged further into the sand.
She tries to fight it, and there's a moment of panic, and she looks up at the shadow and just goes, "Mama?"
See as the shadow bends down, his head turns, almost twists like a bird. No. No.
No?
No.
She's gonna reach out toward it.
As you go to reach out towards it, the head turns the other way. Blackbird.
Blackbird? Like a raven?
You see as the head kind of tilts back up. Crow Father.
Holly's gonna try, even in the dream, to reach out to the divinity that she can normally sense.
There is a semblance of comfort, but also there is a feeling of woe in your future. That this is a warning.
What are you trying to say?
As the head looks down even further as you sink further into the sand. Crow. 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 As something you feel as the sand wraps around you. And the new day would begin for you.
Holly's gonna wake up sweating, full on, like, deep sleep to sit up and just... What the hell was that?
Just like very girl. What the hell is what?
Yeah.
A dream.
Alright.
Okay.
Do I need to slap someone?
It's just a dream. Holly is going to use sending to contact her mom back at the temple.
25 words.
And
What do you say?
she's gonna say, I am receiving strange visions. Is everyone well and accounted for?
That's about it?
That's it.
It is late in the night as you hear the faint grumble. Something is protected. You're safe. Are you okay? Do you worry about this vision?
And she'll respond. Let me think of how to word it.
I always pull up word counter. I'm dumb.
In the meantime, Winry's probably glanced up at this point, and just rolls over. Probably steals a blanket from whoever's next to her.
Probably Rudy.
Cotton's got me red. She's warm.
She sends back. I dreamed of that beach. Dark figures. Warnings. Something comes soon.
More passes. Heed the warning. You are surrounded by enemies and allies. Use that knowledge well.
Holly's just kind of gonna nod to herself and sit back as comfortably as she can against her pack and wait for everybody else to wake up at that point. But she's obviously looking worried.
Cotton.
Huh?
Late in the night, you are met with a range of visions, feelings, emotions. Late into the night, you hear crying from a small child.
Like she's hearing it outside of her sleep, is what you're saying?
No, inside.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, what? No. No. Spooky ghost child, no! Well, she would she would seek it out purely out of motherly worry.
As you go to move and your body walks out into the streets, there is familiar visage, cobblestone, the architecture, Hollengrad, Orneum.
Confusion. She doesn't generally have a lot of dreams of when she was little, I'm guessing.
As you proceed forward, you stand right where you hear the sound of crying. As you look around, this empty city, this night, this unforgettable night. And in the corner of every shadow, you swear you can see the eyes of beasts.
Yeah, she'd keep moving. Like, that familiar dread of what she felt as a kid. And just start running.
As you proceed to run, you can hear behind you, almost as if something follows.
Oh, yeah. At this point, she's back in the mind of what she used to be as a kid and starts just running as fast as she can, following her survival instincts to find some place to hide. She knows going to doors are pointless. They're all locked at night for good reason.
It is as if, like yourself, have become a child running through these streets. You can hear the gnawing and gnashing of animals getting closer.
Yep. And she'd probably see that familiar alleyway and try to dodge into it to find something to hide in. Just crying, but trying to be as quiet as she can. But what does she's a 5-year-old in this case, just stumbling about, trying to hide.
As you sit there, you hear almost as if the skidding of claws on cobblestone for the faint guttural growl.
And that's when she would do that fateful turnaround to see what it is, which is always the thing you don't do. You never look back.
And as you go to look back, it is gone.
Confusion. From what she remembers, this is about when she got slashed in the face.
As you try and focus and look around, you suddenly feel a faint glow, a warmth behind you.
She'd turn around almost immediately again.
You look up and see the tall visage of your husband, standing there like a stalwart guard. The light in the night.
She'd run towards that immediately.
And as you do, it feels like you are wrapped in gentle flames. You can hear
Clink.
his words. You can hear his embrace. You can feel the flames, but yet they do not burn.
She'd cling to it as much as she can. And that's her safe space.
Warm.
Back in the tent, and not Dreamscape, she's clinging to Murat even further.
Small vision, small dream. A reminder of where your flame is.
Thankfully, she's not in chimera form, or your poor ribs.
As the night comes to an end, you find yourselves awakening in the cold hinterlands of Yimnin. Oh. My goodness. There it is.
Mirad hasn't let go.
No.
If she's clinging, by the way.
Just muttering to him in the early morning, like, why did I dream of my past? Weird. Haven't had one of those dreams in eons.
Did you get through it?
It ended with seeing you this time instead of reliving that whole night and losing my eye. So it ended nicely, it's just, why now?
Maybe the cold is reminding you of that place.
I've only really had those dreams on really bad nights.
Bad dream?
It usually is. But it ended different this time. This time it ended with seeing my husband at the end of it, and I didn't feel so unsafe like I usually do in those nightmares.
Had a nightmare too, Holly?
I think so. It felt almost like a vision.
Well, your visions usually seem to yield some truth we need to be aware of in the future.
I hope not.
Rolloy, I got this, hold on.
That's the thing about looking into the future. Sometimes when you do, the future changes.
Yeah, that's true. You said time is like soup anyway.
It was a really deep feeling of sadness, dread.
Well,
Felt like a warning.
We're going to deal with a cult, a Leviathan, and then later Genoshi, which all seem to be on the coastline and dealing with a lot of people.
That beach is specific. The one in my dream.
Hmm?
When I dream of that beach, it's the beach I lost my mother on.
Oh.
I tend to take warnings from it very seriously. So please keep an eye out, everyone.
Nice pun, but yes.
Huh?
You're
talking directly to two people that have eye patches. Well,
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, recalling the warning that Winry
I'm
received
just
herself last night, that she's also very much going to pay attention.
I was just trying to make light of it a little bit for you, that's all. But
yeah, I like it.
Yeah. At least this time
It's
you're
a
not walking away angry about the pun this time. You're growing.
Okay.
Wow.
Confused?
I made a pun a while back before like the whole Feywild thing, and she wasn't exactly happy about it.
I am trying.
I know.
And we appreciate your attempt.
I think you've been succeeding for the most part. Honestly, it's been a hoot being around you.
Yeah, it has.
That means a lot to me. I've been told I'm too serious.
You have a very specific humor, and we really like it.
It works with this group.
As you see Rudy as he finally wakes up, the usual like pushed back hair and I would say kind of regimented individual that he is, to see him wake up just full on messy hair, just
Aww,
kind of like
bedhead Rudy.
Yeah. like the ugly squint.
I mean, I don't think any of us are waking up fully make-upped and ready to go for a photo shoot.
No.
So
That's what you think. I'm just kidding.
Sparkles.
I'm gonna go look for some eggs.
Oh, hey,
Eggs
bud.
in the hinterlands? Morning.
Morning.
Would you like some help, Rudy?
Yes.
Still adjusting to realizing you're with this group, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. Does it feel weird that, like, I don't like being on land right now?
Well,
Oh yeah, it's part of the whole sea leg thing. You get accustomed to the ship, and as soon as you get on land, everything is
Weird.
off balance.
Gross.
You'll feel better when we get back to the ship.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
Dazzle just pops out of her pocket, just yawn.
For those wondering, Hornsby is on the ship.
I'm sure you left him on the ship.
He
Like
can
I
take care
s-
of himself.
Yeah. Cotton will keep telling you, please do not take your pet with you. It can die. Whereas the other two, like Dazzle and all that, can come back.
A little bit of mending.
Yeah.
Is
I
all
can
of you
summon
pack
and
up?
dismiss Mobius whenever I want.
Or, you know, he
He's a
can...
bird.
Mobius and Dazzle just playing around with each other.
Let's see. I actually want to check one of his spells because I know he has something.
Why are we checking for spells at first thing in the fucking morning?
Because he's a
It's
druid.
Rudy's spells. Druid.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
he's a
got
druid.
it. Yeah. Prepare spells.
Yeah.
Right, I need to do that too. Hold on. Fuck.
I'm a warlock. I don't have to do that because we only use 2
But do you
spells.
remember how magic works in its intricacies, hon? No.
He doesn't have to. He's sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky.
The magic can't catch me if I run fast enough.
Should it be false
If only
life
it
or
worked that
feather
way.
fall?
I know.
Yeah. What do you think? False life or feather fall?
Featherfall.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to think about that one. Both are handy, but they're very situational.
I have cure wounds, and we also have a really, really good cleric on our team, so we're good.
We're probably gonna fight a Leviathan. Featherfall is not a bad idea. Just
Yeah,
in case.
You right.
Okay.
Gonna get flung off the ship.
We're gonna look this thing in the eye. We're all gonna be like, "Come at us, you spooky bitch!"
Alright. He is gonna go ahead and conjure an animal.
Aww.
Ooh.
Animal brigade.
Yeah.
So, double check the stat on that creature.
I'm glad he
just in
doesn't
case.
bat an eye at the fact that Dazzle is a mimic of a sapphire dragon. Very specific.
He might be still waking up. You don't know.
Yep. Just squints at it, wipes down glasses.
Squeak!
Hey, Roy, would your telekinesis work on something as big as a Leviathan?
That depends on how heavy it is.
Because Leviathan's a pretty big name, but, like, they could be a smaller Leviathan, not fully formed, or grown yet. We don't know.
Let me look. Let me look in my spell book.
Just curious. Like, this
See
is Cotton
the-
asking Reloy, like, legitimately curious about his spell.
Exact wording of this.
Ah.
A huge or smaller creature. So if the Leviathan is bigger than huge,
Then we have a
won't work.
problem. Gotcha.
As you see, as he kind of just like walks out and he pulls some stuff out from under his jacket before he whispers words into the woods, and you all begin to hear the heavy falls of hooves making their way towards all of you.
Hooves.
He is now Snow White.
I was hoping that I had prepared this before we left, but better late than never. As you see, as 6 riding horses appear from the forests.
Yo!
Ah, handy.
Oh, my handling's not that great.
And neither's mine, but
I think that it should be fine. I believe he's allowed to control them.
Okay,
Yes.
I hope so.
You can give him commands.
Conjure animals. Yes.
Because Cotton's still licon-ish, so like spooky animal thing, I
Yeah.
can spook him by accident. That's why she's just like,
We might be able to cut down on at least about a day's worth of traveling, but
Rudy,
yeah.
are they gonna get spooked by me? You know what my other form is, kind of.
No, they should be fine.
They usually can sense the curse.
Generally, when summoning animals, sometimes they will come out as fey creatures instead of actual beasts.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure, because I don't feel like getting thrown off a horse.
They should be able to take care of all that. But yeah, no, I can maintain this for a good chunk of the day. Might have to burn a few circles, but it should be fine.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure. I appreciate it. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
hey, if it saves us the trouble, why not?
I've also never ridden a horse, so this will be new.
Same. I've not ridden a horse, but I've ridden an iguanodon. Those are fun.
A what now?
Iguanodon. Lot bigger than a horse, but about the right shape. At least on the back.
I'm imagining like that giant iguana creature from Star Wars.
Oh yes, I love that thing so much.
You are wrong.
I know I'm wrong,
Your
but like, I can
imagination
see
is
it.
in the right place.
Yeah.
I hear the sound in my head and my brain cell is happy. I love that little guy. He was there for 5 seconds and I love that creature.
As all of you finish up your packing and take onto the horses, they're not impossible to ride, as they are relatively smooth, and also just they are technically fey creatures. So
Okay, cool. Cotton's calm now. She's like, I've never been around a horse. Oh no.
and also they're not bothered by the cold.
That is very nice.
As all of you begin traveling a good chunk of the day, he does have to expend a good number of his spells to do this, but
We've got a long way to go, so.
Yeah, he manages to cut about a good chunk of the day away before finally leading into a much more forested area, and you can see that the trees are not as bitten by the cold as others. As traveling throughout the lands, you finally make it into a small town. As I grab my notes here. There's Yimnin.
On the map.
My Yimnin notes.
I'm just being an ass.
Town of Callison.
And you're saying it's not as frostbitten as the rest of this place?
It's a little bit warmer. I mean, should a breeze come through, it will probably freeze over. But it is kind of like sitting on the border of
being at a decent enough elevation and a kind of like warm spot within the forests of Yimnin.
Hell yeah.
What do we immediately see around this village? Like, yeah, it's a village. Is it run down? Does it look like there's people about?
It does look like there's quite a few people about. The whole village is a bit lively, but you could also tell that what can be perceived as a slight depression here. You can see that for a lot of people who live in these kinds of areas, often use trade. Considering the fact of what the Empress had noted before, is that there has been no fish trade or fishmongering in the Western Hinterlands because of this Leviathan.
Oh, so these are the people directly affected. Got it.
So you could kind of tell, like, people are just kind of attempting to live their lives and are kind of surprised to see a group of
Adventures,
non-natives, for the most part, aside from Holly, kind of showing up.
Just the awkward hi if anyone's like making direct eye contact.
Holly's bowing her head to people as they pass.
So there's few that do pass, and just like some of them see you, and there's a slight level of both reverence and respect in your general direction, Holly.
See, I told you that outfit would get you some credit.
I mean, she would have gotten into her outfit. She wears the colors of the Raven Queen.
Yeah, she does.
True, but this is the upgraded one.
Yeah. But I think these people probably don't know that. I think mostly they're just surprised to see us.
Given what they've gone through?
Perhaps we should start asking around, see if anybody can give us some information.
Agreed.
Alright.
Do we want to divide and conquer?
I guess? I mean...
We don't really have to. But, like,
I
do understand...
if we stick together.
Yeah, I kind of have enough of being separated from this group.
Alright.
Stick together.
Yeah, fair point.
We're in a place we don't know, under circumstances that are dangerous. It's best if we don't just kind of divide ourselves.
Last thing we need is another Umbrian cornering one of us when we're alone. Oh, Dr. Cottonelle, I'm kidnapping you again.
He didn't kidnap
Wow,
me.
that impression was uncanny.
I went
Thank
with
you.
him to keep him off your asses.
Well, it worked.
Much to our dismay.
Yeah, I didn't expect you guys to be gone that long, but, you know, Feywild rules.
Neither did we.
It was Feywild in the past. We were time traveling and plane hopping.
God, that
pretty
It was
wild.
pretty wild.
So,
Yup.
like, one of us will walk up to a person, so it's not like a group of us just cornering a person.
Yeah, we'll stay nearby. We don't need to be a sheep.
But they do look at you, Holly, and they see familiarity in the sense that you are obviously from here, but also of the Raven Queen, so I think you might be the best person for this.
Yeah, I'm happy to ask. Holly's gonna look around for someone kind of a bit official looking. She understands that there might not be an official, but somebody who looks like a community leader of some kind.
As far as, like, the town is concerned, there are usually village elders that kind of act as arbiters for conversation. You do happen upon what is kind of just this very
olden man, kind of become a little thin and rickety. A human man, balding completely, the usual spots, is he's kind of just being held up by the cane as he kind of just like moves a little closer. It's just like, I haven't seen one of you all in a while.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. No travelers have come through here in quite a bit. And what brings Lady of the Raven to our humble village?
We come in service. We are looking to see if we can help with the ills of the Leviathan's effect on the area. We're looking to see if anyone has any information on the cult or the creature itself that we can use to help things along. Get things back to right.
Follow me. He kind of beckons you along. As, he kind of takes his time walking through the town. It happened not too long ago. 3-4 years. We started hearing some whispers of local fishmongers being attacked out into the open ocean, taking a lot of their food supplies. And then, the worst of it was that we attempted to try and deal with the matter a couple of times. And then as you see, he kind of like turns a corner and you see this kind of open graveyard full of people who have probably more than likely have attempted to try and deal with this problem on many different occasions.
Holly's expression darkens a little bit. I see.
Quite
these graves have been blessed.
They haven't. We've tried to send letter down south to the temple, but unfortunately our messengers never return.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that, but your lady hears you. I will bless the graves while I'm here.
It is good to see them finally get their proper rights. And you see as you go up to the graves, giving each blessing, it feels like a soul is finally at rest as what is almost like this dark, ominous air that kind of permeates throughout the graveyard is being lifted.
We all lean into each other. We really need to deal with this.
This is a horrible toll to pay.
Yes, we've always figured. But it seems like from you, our gracious Empress has finally sent us some help.
You didn't say that.
I see. We will do our best to help this town as much as we possibly can.
I would greatly appreciate it. We don't have too much to offer in food, but our textiles have made us quite well known. And you see as he goes and turns towards one of the major buildings, and you can kind of see, like, in the air is hanging are these beautiful textiles. Some silken material that we've been farming ourselves for generations. If you manage to deal with the problem, we will gladly hand you a few.
Haven't you paid enough?
Pish posh. It is, consider it a finer reward from those of us who can only provide what we can. Besides, saving this town means giving us food. And that is far more thankful that we can provide than what you could ever take from us. Or something we would gladly give. Is there
any...
Oh, he starts hobbling out of the graveyard.
Hobble, hobble.
Yeah.
She's, like, looking at the group with, like, big eyes, like, oh, he's so sad.
Yeah.
He's not sad, he's just old.
We're all just kind of giving this look of, oh, this is really bad.
We really gotta help these guys.
Are there any directions or,
They said something about a cave system.
Right, do you know how to get there? Can you direct us to it?
I do happen to have a friend of the village that comes by. He's a bit of an explorer. He should be around. Probably headed off to the caves himself. He was attempting to try and map it and avoiding all the nonsense. But if you keep an eye out for that individual, he'll probably gladly take you through the cave system. But it should be a little more due south. Just follow the sun.
What's his name? What does he look like?
It's a tall man. His name is Crow.
Crow?
Crow.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for him.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate all the help. Let's see if we can't get you fed.
I appreciate it. You see as he continues to hobble back to the main town.
Holly comes back to the group and is like, he says there's a cave system to the south. We can try to go it alone, or we can see if we can find a tall man in town by the name of Crow.
He said in the caves.
Oh, he's in the caves?
Yeah.
Okay, in the caves. Sorry, misheard.
It's okay. It's all good.
That... It weirds me out a little bit, though.
Hmm?
When I was having my dream, the figure in the dream kept repeating, Blackbird, Crow Father, Crow, Crow.
So we have to find this person?
Or was it a warning about this person?
Well, I suppose if we do find him, as long as we're cautious.
I guess.
I could have my own premonition right now.
Let's hear it.
I will ritual cast divination.
Oh, he was serious.
Yeah, he was.
I'm going to induce a vision.
Reloy's like, I ain't fucking around with this shit.
I thought he was being sassy.
No, he bare sure is.
Okay, divination.
I'm going to induce a vision. Oh.
Drugs.
You will definitely induce a vision that way.
Where'd you get that stuff powder?
What did he just take out of his bag?
Sugar.
Don't let me fall over. It's happening. Oh God, it's happening.
100% pure pixie stick.
My mom said those will make you a slut. Probably.
Okay. He asks a single question concerning a specific goal or event or activity to occur within 7 days.
Well,
Okay.
this will occur in the next couple days, probably, so.
Jeez, it's on the 8th day, sorry.
Alright.
Aw, jeez.
I'm not that cruel.
You sure?
My
very
question
sure.
is...
Alright.
Is... no.
Well, while you're thinking that up, I'm going to give you a little sidebar.
Okay.
I've just got my animals giving me the biggest eyes right now. I think I gotta go let Pancake out.
Uh-oh.
Back.
Alright. What is your question?
My question is... Will meeting Crow lead us to ruin or salvation?
Alright.
Good
I'm
question.
back. Sorry, I missed that.
I said, will meeting this crow lead us to ruin or salvation?
Okay. I have to think about this one for a bit because I had to be very careful here.
Oh, you've always got to be careful when you're figuring out the future.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got one. A moment passes as your mind becomes separate from your body as you reach out to this feeling, this tesseract, the vision of it as you see as it passes by. You find yourself in a moment where you can hear a horrid laughter. You can see that Holly looks distraught. And you see a vision of a cannon going off. And then you hear a different kind of screaming. That horrid laughter turned to screaming. And this figure, the shadow, is the cause of all of this. As the vision pulls away, you see as the figure stands with the crew, your crew, before it fades, and your mind is pulled back through the tesseract as your mind combines back with your body, and the glow from your eyes begin to fade, and you are committed back to gravity as you drop to the ground.
Oh, jeez.
We really need to start putting a pillow under you.
We really should have him sit down when he does this.
Holly is immediately checking him to make sure that there's nothing wrong with him.
Oh, he's fine.
Just his tailbone.
But she's gonna mother hen.
Cannons, laughter, screaming, dark figure. You looked sad.
Oh boy.
The cannons make me think of Lady Jinhua Shi. She wields a cannon.
Do you think he may be sideways involved with that?
Figure standing in shadow stood with us, with the crew.
With us?
Maybe that means he's an ally, but he will lead us to ruin.
I wish to clarify as the DM.
Well, I'm getting another one.
The timeline.
These are always a bit more clearer.
The timeline in which the procession of those events are as accurate as possible. So, in the end, this figure stands with you guys as an ally.
Oh, so they're not an omen. They're just with us. But, like, shit's gonna be spicy.
Okay, alright. I'm coming down.
You good?
So, after all the cannons and the laughing and the screaming, the shadowy figure will become our ally. The shadowy figure, I'm assuming, is this crow.
Okay.
Well, considering that we heard about this guy now, you having visions of him, possibly, and her vision had something to do with a person or something named Crow, I think the universe is trying to say something.
Sometimes we have to wait for things to take shape.
Yeah, I mean, we have to go to the caves. Yeah. We're going in that direction anyway, so it's not exactly like we were going out of our way to find some random person.
Correct.
The whole thing is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
This whole thing's gonna give us the heebie-jeebies. We're also dealing with a cult.
Yeah. I can deal with cults. I kind of come from something like one.
I believe that's just called religion, but you know what?
No, my dad. My dad would absolutely
I could
call it
say
a cult.
this exact thought, but I'm not going to. Rudy's
It's
got
just
me
a
though.
small religion, really.
Look, religions lead to cults if the religion is wielded the wrong way. Religion can comfort and religion can harm. It just depends on how you use it.
Exactly. You know, it's kind of like an army in any which way. If it's wielded right, you can protect a country. If it's wielded wrong, you can destroy one.
Very true.
Well said.
Good perspectives all around.
We're pretty level-headed people, aren't we?
Sure.
Well, given the circumstances,
Depends on who
probably
you
more than
fuck
others.
with.
I love how that was a mixed bag of answers.
That 75 different responses should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
It just feels like that TV show moment of like everyone giving a different answer. That it's just like Rudy like standing in the center is like, you want to know what? I don't know what I was expecting.
You don't know yet.
I just inhaled a bunch of incense and looked into the future.
You really need to stop
Yeah.
sniffing sugar, buddy.
Dude, I thought you were gonna fall and bust your ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, trust fall.
Don't
One of
worry,
us-
we'd have caught you.
Mirad, you
Yeah.
should probably start standing under him just in case.
Okay.
You get used to the chaos.
Oh, I already am. I just trying to
Good,
figure
'cause
out
you're
the
sticking
proper
around for a
reaction.
while.
Yeah, I intend to stick around forever.
Exactly.
Happy to hear.
See, through even the cold air, there's a little bit of blush on the room.
Aww. Mirad and Cotton just nudges Mirad. He's like, "Oh look, God, I'm so happy. They're happy now." I'm so glad I could put my gun away for that.
I guess we should head out. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk to Cotton about that.
And
What?
pointing towards the gun.
Yeah, that?
I'm not really much of a aficionado per se, but I was always a little curious. I just didn't know when to bring it up.
Oh, the big gun.
Yeah.
This is a gift from my dad. I've had it forever now. It's called the Knight's End.
And you see as he kind of just gets a closer look.
This thing's brimming with magic.
Oh yeah. Whenever I shoot something, I'm even resistant to fire for a little while. And I can target, whoever I target and I hit them, I know exactly where they are at all times. It's also very warm here, and she'll, hold the butt towards him.
Yeah. And just, grabs it, and it's just, the slightest, heat difference creates a pocket of steam. It's just
ooh, that is warm.
Yeah, that's why I really didn't need the whole rings of warmth, but,
Not that we were gonna get it, but...
would Cotton know the actual description of this thing by now? I know me as a player reading the facts in the sheet, but, would she have known it?
Yeah, she would have known.
Okay.
Whenever, you become attuned to an item, a magical item, the actual attunement has a choice. Either you become intimately aware of what this thing is capable of, or it is capable of hiding a lot of its own details until things begin to arise. And usually that's when you do, identify spells are often...
Yeah. Like Wenry and the Klinghax. Yeah. She had no idea what that thing could do.
Cotton would just kind of be she's trying to think about, how did he explain it? So it's a very old gun, last year's of the Feyville Mock. It was made using a fragment of the Goddess of Magic, so it's a pretty nice gun that has helped us quite a bit so far.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, you have to attune to it and everything.
I'm pretty familiar with firearms, at least from my own training. It's just really fascinating to see this.
My dad has quite a collection of interesting things, and this was a gift he gave me in my teenage years once I proved to him I was able to use a gun respectfully and know the safeties of one.
Let me tell you, they would really drill that into you if you decide to pick this up as your weapon.
Oh, no, absolutely. It started off with my pistol, obviously, you start off small. But needless to say, it put a dragon in the ocean, so...
That's really cool.
Yeah. Granted, she points at Roy, he was a massive help giving me haste.
I'm getting a better idea of what to do.
Yeah, I'm slowly trying to make my own ammunition. Not quite there yet. Though I was going to ask, that orichalcum we showed you earlier, do you think I can maybe, once I figure it out, use that and turn that into a bullet?
Probably more than likely. It'll take some finagling, but as long as you have somebody that's capable of some magic, you might be able to put something like that together.
I'm very curious, because right now, otherwise, it's just a pebble in my husband's pocket.
Mira just does a half shrug.
I mean, it sounds like it could be a pretty interesting bullet, or whatever else you want to use it for, but it's small, so...
I'm beginning to have a better idea, not only combat-wise, but also how I might be able to contribute at least my skills.
I mean, if you wanted to know that, we could have explained to you how we kind of work.
Well, it's better off with the experience to watch it happen.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, if you mess something up, Roy can usually make you fix that situation with his timey-wimey shit.
Oh. Well, I will look forward to that.
He's fixed a lot of our fuck-ups.
Mira nods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty great.
His ego just growing even further.
All right. And I will make sure to keep an eye on things then.
And if you happen to get hurt, it's better you just hit the ground and Holly's really going to bring you back in lickety-split.
Yeah.
Well, I actually do professionalize in some healing magic. Something that I had to learn whilst I was growing my abilities. It was recommended. It was recommended magic.
It helps. Mirad is a warlock currently, as well. So he does use magic, and
I'm still learning.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I think we all are.
But if it makes you feel any better as well, his patron is Beltania, so we do kind of have at least a little bit of luck. At least out in the ocean.
Goddess of the sea and death?
Mm-hmm.
And motherhood.
And motherhood.
Lots of death. Lots of moms.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm also mom.
We're a very mom-heavy group.
And it's just, like, looks you up and down after saying that. And then looks at Mirad, then looks back at you.
We're married.
Huh.
Mirad shows the ring.
Same.
It's just like, no, he already knew that. It's just... I'm assuming it's complicated.
Well, yeah, our daughter is kind of stuck in all this.
She's kind of in a tight position, and we're trying to get her out.
And that deals with getting rid of the pirate lords.
And my patron, Beltania, tasks me to make sure that I reunite my daughter with their mother.
You see. What happens once that's done?
A dog barks.
A village dog barks in the distance.
I'm not sure yet.
We're still working on that.
Mirad kind of looks somber because he has this, like, he's pretty sure what's going to happen, but he doesn't want to make that everyone else's problem right now.
We already knew because she showed up like episode 4 or 5 and told us that once you guys are fine, this one's mine. And we were like, excuse me? So, it's very complicated. Lots and lots of things that are complicated.
Then I imagine I will at least cross Beltania's path at least once. But
if she's not already listening.
Potentially.
Yeah. She's a nice lady. At some point. Yeah, if you don't piss her off.
I mean, we did meet her at my house. Did I tell you that?
Yes, you did tell me.
Okay.
Alright. So, I think I have a better idea of what's going on here, at least as far as knowledge goes, but I'll keep that all in mind.
And you've already seen the Chimera form if that happens to pop out, so don't freak out.
Wait, can I freak out like a little bit?
I mean, if I'm not chasing you down, why would you freak out?
Fair.
You met me as that.
If you do chase me...
Then freak out.
Run very fast. Or have a sleep spell ready to go. But it shouldn't.
I might... Yeah.
We're not going to be dealing with the moon turning red, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that was an adventure in itself.
Yeah.
Don't say that things are not going to happen, and don't say it out loud.
Well,
I single-handedly held her off.
I bit you. Twice.
Yep.
I mean...
And he walked away.
I don't know if you knew this, but there's another blood moon coming up later this year.
But not within this next few days going through the cave system.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I'm just pointing that out.
I'm aware of the calendar. After what happened, I've been very aware.
I missed out on that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was right after you technically died at the fort and you had to bring you back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just like kind of reminiscing.
Yeah. Well,
Memories.
yeah. I will tell you.
Memories.
I will eventually tell you about everything dealing with the whole thing with the Umbrians and what I saw. Eventually. It's just a lot to put on your mind, and I don't think you need that right now about to go dealing with a cult, so.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Let's not overload him.
No.
One dinner at a time.
These are going to be some very informative dinners.
So, let's go fight a cult.
We're here for the cult stuff?
Before we go,
Let's go get that cult.
I'd like to check out this graveyard real quick. She rattles her wrist. The Klinghex mentioned there was something important about a grave, and there's a graveyard right here.
Holly side-eyes her.
I'm telling you what I've been warned.
Do you want somebody to come with you?
I would very much appreciate you coming with me.
Okay.
And Winry's just gonna check out the graveyard, see if she gets any further vibes or any kind of warning.
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. That is a nat 1, sir.
There are
Shit.
there are many a grave here. Many unnamed. Even some that might have come across as like older than most. It doesn't seem like any of the pings kind of come from the Klinghex, nor does any of these graves kind of give off a vibe towards your general direction. Or even trying to look at any of the names, none of them would match any of the ones known to memory.
Well, even if none of them really ring a bell, Winry's not going to pass up just a respectful nod to the grave as she moves on to the next one. On and on until she's done. Alright, nothing here.
Okay.
I figured it was worth a check.
Yeah.
Sorry, Winry.
No, it's okay. I appreciate you were there to back me up just in case.
It's probably more southward.
It would be amongst the cult stuff.
This is gonna be a big cluster.
Yeah. I am worried that we're going to wind up having to deal with Leviathan and Jinoshi at the same time.
Maybe we can use one against the other.
Maybe.
That would be fun.
Ooh.
It'd be really fun.
Sending the
You
Leviathan
stand?
against her? Or her against the Leviathan? Either way?
Either way works. I'll tell you, it definitely hurts when she shoots her cannon at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay out of the way of the cannon fire.
Holly looks like she has had a rough memory of that.
Get 'em.
Alright. Well then. As the lot of you collect yourselves and start heading further southward into the forests, as passing by, you begin to hit this massive mountain range that acts as this natural barrier for the cold. You begin to see just off a little to the west what is this kind of makeshift wooden docking space for smaller fishing boats. You can see that they have been tied and bound, and there is not a single one out in the seas.
Looks like that may be the village's livelihood right there.
Yeah. These poor people probably haven't gotten a lot to eat in a long time.
We should let's try to fix that.
Alright. As the lot of you get relatively close within this forest, you find what looks like to be a slightly frozen over stream that leads out into the ocean. And as it goes up further, you see how it starts to traverse into the mountain. You're in the southern area, so get a feeling there might be something within this particular range of area before anything else. So, let's see. None of you have survival.
Nope.
I can get survival.
+3 in survival.
I have a +1.
Alright. Who would like to make me a survival check?
Whoever has the best one.
Eva +3.
I mean, we could all roll and see what happens.
Spin the wheel!
And next thing you know, Winry's tripping over a root.
It's best if just a few people roll.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Oh no,
neither
no,
did Rudy did not take survival as his skill. He took history.
Let's see. Let me see if I can... Yes, okay. I can take survival as my rogue, my phantom rogue ability feature. Become proficient with it, but it's still a +3, so...
That's better than my +0.
Do you want to roll the two of us?
Yeah. I mean, it's really whoever it wants to do it.
I got a 15.
I got a 7.
Mirab. As you kind of get an idea of this very wide stream leading down into the ocean, you take note that every so often the stream seems to also be filled with pieces of rot. Like rotting flesh. Not like human flesh, but like fish. And you can kind of see, kind of broken up along the banks on each side, are the leftover kind of carcasses of fish.
Oh.
Like it's not being eaten at all, or...
Like, it's been picked clean and the bones have been thrown. And they don't make it out into the ocean, they just wash up on one of the banks.
Okay, thinking, how should I do this? Definitely steer clear of the water for now, if possible. Don't know what's gonna hop out of there, basically. As much as I can, unless I can't. Unless our path is literally blocked.
Well, if sections are frozen, I'm wondering if we could step over the frozen parts, or if there's like rocky little paths that we can take through it.
Are there?
There is no like rocks that are high enough to kind of skip over. This is a river that goes downward, and the ice is probably thick enough to try and traverse, but it does probably take a careful footstep in order to get across it. Because every now and again, you'll see some of the ice break a bit and then kind of pile up against the bank and then break a bit back out and then pile up against the bank again.
Mira doesn't feel particularly safe walking on ice.
Like,
what if
these
we
are
take one
thick
of the boats
pieces,
that's tied
yeah.
up?
Well, true. It's mostly him ruining the integrity because of his heat. If it's gonna harm the ice, but that's what his concern is.
Well, if you're worried, I can just tap you with a bit of fly. You can just float right over it.
Yeah, but I'm worried about you all as well. I want to stay close just in case something happens.
You can stay close. You don't need to necessarily fly miles ahead. You can just float with us.
And heck, with those gauntlets, you can carry a couple of us across.
That's true.
I can fly
That's true for you.
in more than one way.
I can jump, but landing on ice is a little tricky.
Yeah.
Just goes full Bambi faceplant.
I can take the two of you pointing at Rudy and Winry if you do tap me with fly.
Sure,
I
and
could
it lasts
probably take
a little
someone.
while, so you can make a return trip.
Yeah.
So do we want to do that?
We can see about that. I just don't trust this. There's rot here. There's dead things. There's fish that have been killed and left. Bones have been left.
Who knows what that could have done to this river here?
Don't trust it. So yeah. Whenever you're ready, Miss Winry.
Well, that is no trouble. Winry will just twiddle her fingers a little bit, and she will boop tap you, Myriad, with fly.
Okay.
Gain a fly speed equal to your movement speed.
Yep,
I actually
which
think
is
the fly
40.
is 60.
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, flight spell
let me
is
see
60.
Yep.
Oh.
Gain a flying speed of 60 for the duration of the spell, which is up to 10 minutes. So long as
With
Winry's
concentration.
concentrating on it.
Okay.
So Winry's just sitting there, just like fingers at her temple, focusing.
Focus. So Myriad is going to take Winry under one arm and take oh my god, my brain just blanked. Rudy under the other.
Okay. It just kind of like grabs onto the jacket and kind of using his foot as leverage as you three kind of float over the ice.
Cotton's got her gun out just in case. Like,
Float our way over.
You just hear her getting the gun ready. Like,
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Just keep flying. Just keep flying.
just whispering to
Holly
Rolloy
is-
and Holly, like, I sense fuckery afoot.
I was about to say, Holly's not walking across. Holly will take her once a day bird form.
Okay. As you turn into a small raven.
Oh shit, that's new.
Oh? The two of us are like, Nani?
Yeah, she does like a pickup of her cloak and wraps it around herself, becomes a raven.
Whoa!
Now,
And
is
then
this
just
is this
flutters
a
up.
raven? Is this a raven-sized raven, or is this a human-sized raven?
It's
a
a
raven-sized
raven-sized raven.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a polymorph spell that is tied to the Umbris Regalia.
Hey,
How far
very
across is
good.
this? How far across is the other side again?
It's about 100-ish feet.
Fuck. Alright, I was gonna say Misty.
Jeez,
Step,
you
but
call this thing
no.
a stream. It really is a river.
I can take us across.
You and I? And
Yeah.
Holly? Or not Holly, Holly's fine. Sorry.
Holly just goes, I'm good.
Or
Caw.
Is that bird just talking?
No, she can talk. It's not a caw.
Holy shit!
That is so weird, but so cool.
Okay.
So what's your plan? Because otherwise I was gonna have to jump really, really fast.
No, we're good. I can carry you across.
And Roloi will polymorph himself into a giant eagle.
Y'all are just so cool.
Alright. As all of you ascending...
Fuck your fucking river puzzle. My.
The river.
She's got her gun pointed, at least.
The river scares us.
River
It
sketchy.
scares us, Aaron.
River
It scares
sus.
us. It's sussy.
It's a sussy bucket.
About a quarter of the way, as all of you fly...
Oh, she's
this
aiming
river.
down with her gun
Yeah.
as she's just carried by an eagle. Like, I don't trust it.
I gotta focus on this, sorry.
You're fine.
Whatever pops out, she's firing at it.
Roloi,
Huh?
what is the AC of a large eagle?
Let me look.
I think you can find it in extra as well.
Bonus action sanctuary? On Roloi?
Giant Eagle's AC is 13.
13? Alright.
Oh, fuck, I'm glad I took Featherfall. Fuck! It's like you predicted it, right?
Giant.
Fuckery happens sometimes, and Featherfall's just a good one to go for. Fang death
Sometimes fuckery
is very
happens.
rare.
Plus 4.
Oh, boy.
Now the question is, will it land enough damage to deplete all your hit points?
That's the question.
Well, thankfully, Featherfall is a reaction.
That is true.
And I can cast it on multiple, so I can cast it on you too if we both fall.
Roloi.
Huh?
As you are flying over the river, out from under the water, you hear 2 splashes. Only outwards. As suddenly, in each of your wings, you feel an immense, sharp pain as you are taking, in total, after 2 attacks, 28 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Well, fuck a concentration check. That just kills me outright.
Oh, okay.
And-
Instant Featherfall. Just.
Oh!
Oh, shit! Featherfall!
Yeah.
Boom!
As the rest of you see these 2 beginning to fall close into the closer towards the river, as both of you land on this unstable plate of ice as you are being swept by the river.
Yeah. Cotton will grab onto Roloi to help stable it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Need you both to make me dexterity checks.
My fucking hands!
Yeah.
Dexterity checks
Yes.
or saves.
Is it a check or save?
Got it.
It is a check because technically a save. Yeah, it's save.
Okay. Rolling.
Because
Hello, wake up. There we go. Natural 20
natural 20. Okay.
Hey!
with a +4.
And
Cotton is
Rolos?
very dexterous.
Oh no, wait, you said it's generally flipped, so her dex would be a +7, wouldn't it be then, said? When she's human, it's flipped? Instead
Yeah.
of the con being +7?
No. Dexterity and strength is what you swap.
Let's see.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dex is a +1. So...
I mean, if he's gonna fall, she's gonna grab him. So.
Hello? Dice?
Are the dice taking a nap?
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta wake up the
Maybe.
Bluetooth.
Oh, I know what's happening.
Did it die?
Oh,
No, I just disabled my Bluetooth.
whoops.
Connor!
You're gonna want that enabled, buddy.
What's up?
Bro.
If I have it enabled, anything coming through my phone goes immediately to my headphones, and it's a huge mess.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yes. It is. Swear to God, you better roll well after all this.
I mean, can you do Fortune's favor or whatever it is, or that you do to yourself too, or is it just other people?
Fortune's favor is a minute to cast, so probably not.
Oh, it's Chronal Shift. That's the other one. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I could also Chrono Shift.
Wait, no roll I.
What the F, dude?
Is it still not awake?
Please sync up.
Do you need me to roll for you?
No, I could just roll on my D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Dexterity check.
He said save at
Save.
the end.
Save.
Oh, it's a save.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. That's a 6.
The 6
Oh no.
Chronal Shifted?
as... Do you want to, or...
It's fucking cold, dude.
I only have a +1 to my dex. I'm not sure if...
I
My
don't think it's
reaction
gonna
would
work.
be to grab him. So can I oppose that with a save for him?
No. Not at this point. What's
Maybe
happening is
probably
going to happen. As you both feel as the entirety of this massive plate of ice beginning to actually lift in a rapid movement, to the point that you, Cotton, get a good feel, slide down some of the ice, and kick off onto another floating plate onto the river.
Well, if he goes in the
Rolloy.
water, she's going in with him.
That's
Rolloy.
after this finishes.
You slide into the water as you and find yourself in immediate icy coldness.
Fuck.
As you are suddenly surrounded by what looks like to be 5, 6 kind of fishy looking dragonborn under the ice and water.
Oh, great.
All of them holding harpoons and spears. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end today's session.
No!
Womp womp.
Don't womp womp.
It was going to happen to somebody. I was prepared.
Dex-based.
Okay. Whew. Bit of a slow session today, but that's fine. You know, just taking our time. It's all right. Because next week things are going to speed up quite a bit.
Yeah, you're right. Cotton's gonna go Chimera and just jump in the water and be a problem. She has 60 feet of swimming speed.
Does she now?
Yeah, the manta ray.
Oh.
Mantle. I can breathe underwater and I can swim up to 60 feet. And I have long strider.
That is fair. All right. Well then, that being said, I think it's time that we jump on into some quick announcements, and then we'll head on off. All right. So, as I mentioned before, the races document is going to be coming out over on our Patreon very, very soon. I'm just choosing which art will be on the cover, and that's pretty much it. This one took me quite a bit of time. Much like the firearms document, this was not a simple subclass. I had to legitimately overhaul some of the races that I had created over the years, and it has been a bit of an experience. So if you guys are interested in checking out some of those races, by all means, go ahead and go down to the doobly-doo below and find our Patreon link. Okay. I think we mentioned it last week. We will be releasing episode 1 extras with this episode coming out on the following Wednesday. So come Wednesday, as I finally narrowed it down to Wednesday, we will start releasing every Wednesday our D6 Sandtide extra episodes. These are about 20 to 30 minute long behind the scenes content that happens before the edit and during our break. So if you guys are interested in hearing some pretty hilarious moments that people don't generally get to see unless it was like a few times over on our TikTok. So I'm very excited to finally start releasing these. It's gonna be a while before we actually reach the end of them, which is kind of nice. So we just have a massive backlog of extra content for you guys. If you want to catch any of the latest extra content, however, our D6 Sandtide extra releases along with the episode on our Patreon at 10 a.m., which is an hour after the 9 a.m. Drop for the latest episode publicly and over on Patreon. I might try and start streaming again. I have just been so busy, and I've been thinking of some other games because Democracy recently had a hiccup, if you will, and I don't think I want to. A hiccup. They'll right the ship. They'll right the ship. You know, it's democracy, of course. But yeah, looking forward to try and see if I might be able to stream for the next couple of weeks before I right back to regular work. And then last but not least, I am going to be finally releasing a video over on the YouTube channel, the RCN YouTube channel, hopefully in the next couple of weeks that I'm planning, mainly because I just got to get through the last of the editing stage for a certain video that I've been working on for a little while, and then also I might try and release another video very soon after that, just to make something, see what happens. But yeah, that's it for me. Blue, hey now.
About to go underwater. Anyway, hi, it's me, it's Blue, or Blue Kazanate. By the time this episode's out, you'll probably see a bunch of art of the characters coming out slowly one by one. I've just been being good about it, no spoilers. I've worked on, at this point, Holly, Verloy, and Wenry. I still have to work on Murad and a few other things. But other than that, I am gonna also be working on a lot of other projects in the future. And, shitposting, if I can. It's trying to just, relieve just find, moments of relief to just have time to myself and draw.
Let your brain deflate.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't really been streaming on Twitch. I've been streaming on my Discord server, so I am sorry. I'm just trying to figure some shit out. But I will try to return to Twitch soon. But not much else otherwise, so I'm going to pass it over to Ray.
Hello, I'm Ray, also known as Key Ink and Calligraphy Ink. I am going to try my damnedest to get some things done that I have left on the back burner for slightly too long. Get prepared for summer commissions. I already have a few people asking about those, so I will be looking at those here and there. Other than that, let's see. Just doing some fun things with friends, hanging out with friends when I can, and work. But other than that, I'm going to pass it on to B.
Hello, I'm B. I have been on vacation this week, so I haven't done shit, and I have nothing to update on.
I mean, I have been getting some wonderful text messages.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I can't stand you. Oh my god, I say that with all the love in the world. I've been on vacation. I don't know what my DM is doing in the background. I'm scared of this episode, and that's it. I'm on Twitter sometimes. Not other than that, not doing anything. Pastel werewolf. I'm. God, oh, Connor!
Your turn, Connor.
That's me.
Connor, it's your turn. Before I yell at this man.
That's me. They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky at Distortion Devil, Instagram at Connor McKinley VA. I'm streaming Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Yeah. Still working on a bunch of things in the background. Yeah, still doing a bunch of regular old shit. I was at Anime St. Louis a couple weeks ago. I was signing some stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I'm trying to.
All right, and last but not least, Kendra.
Hi everybody, I'm Kendra. Transient day pretty much everywhere around the internet. Not much going on my end, except for the fact that, let's see, we are recording this the day before I go back to school.
Hey.
I'm working towards cybersecurity, so wish me luck. Blue's been having a time with it. I will probably have a different kind of time, but it's going to last longer and it's going to be tough. Ugh. Anyway, that's about the only thing that's going to be keeping me busy. Since it's going to be a school from home, I'm still going to be able to maintain those TikToks nice and get everything all there on there. Man, watching these is so funny because there are some moments where I sit there just like, oh, hey, I remember that. That was hilarious. And then I look at others just like, oh no, my heart, it broke. But anyway, so yeah, if you want to find us on TikTok, look for us at D6EOE, and give us a follow, give us a few likes, watch a few of our TikToks, and leave comments. I love seeing all those comments. Some of them are hilarious. Others, I'm sitting there looking at, since we've got some of our players here, some of our players leave those comments, and it's just like, oh, yes, you were hurt by this as well. Good. I'm not the only one suffering. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Nothing else pressing?
Well, I got a snake that's trying to escape out of his little cage here.
Oh, no.
Just remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Oh, God, I forgot the lead up. We'll be having a guest on in a couple of weeks.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
but yeah,
last bit of news. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you guys for spending time with us. And please stay safe out there. And as always, see you next Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.